gotta do better than that. I love you. Maybe I'm off my head, but I believe you. I love you. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me. I love you. You gotta do better than that. I love you. Maybe I'm off my head, but I believe you. I love you.
Dun dun dun! Welcome
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
to the Antisocial Acolytes episode 10 or whatever the fuck this is.
I still can't believe you're even attempting to keep track. I gave up after episode 1. I'm amazed.
Hell, I didn't even know it was episode 1. So I...
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We got Gay Man over here. Gay Man,
There he
Pokemon.
is.
And we got
Indeed.
Fawkes McCloud.
Fucks a cloud? What?
Fucks
Guy
a-
fucks a cloud?
Guy Fucks Macaque. I don't know. You know, there's plenty of names that you could use.
Well, welcome back. How does it feel to be streaming after our week hiatus? We are back after a week break.
We even we didn't even stream on the right day, so this is a bonus
Extra
stream.
week.
Yeah.
8 days a week.
You know, there's like, if there's 8 days a week, wouldn't that make it like Friday then?
I don't know. Probably best not to think about it too hard.
Yeah. So we took a little break because we were busy with stuff.
Oh yeah.
Lots of stuff. I mean, how many of our viewers have been busy for stuff? Comment in the chat right now if you've ever been busy before.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, I want to see how many people have been busy before.
You're expecting way too much from chat.
Yeah, dude, chat.
I don't understand our pain and our struggles.
Yeah, you guys don't fucking get it. You guys are all a bunch of petite bourgeois motherfuckers. And by the way, you should share that wealth. We got the dono thing up here, so I won't remind you as much. But every dollar that gets donated, we'll open up the. Wow, I'm sorry about that. We'll open up the Pokemon card binder, and I will show you one of the cards in here. And I think Cayman also has some cards he wants to show off. So
I didn't grab them yet, but I'll sneakily grab them at some point.
Oh, so we got a little sneaker over here. So do you want to talk about what you did in the past week so nobody's mad at us?
I was busy working out some moving stuff, trying to move into a new place. So yeah, fun times.
Oh wow! You made any self-realizations in the past week of reflection that we had?
I actually have. I've realized that it's really fucking annoying that, like, on top of all the bullshit that, like, landlords will do to you with their, like, shitty astronomical rent price in, like, most areas, or at least bigger cities, and their, like, fucking bad experience of being under a landlord. On top of that, like, everywhere just like, yeah, we want 3 times the rent on top of that. Oh, you don't make that? Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. It's like, god damn, this rent's already high as fuck. What are you talking about? This is ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
So I think
that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
You had a really funny email chain with one of the prospective apartments you were looking at. Do you want to talk about that?
I did, yeah. Yeah, so I was emailing back and forth with somebody, and we were talking about sort of the details of the place and, like, what I had. We were setting up, like, a time for me to come see it, and then out of nowhere, he's like, oh, I see you have a cat. I'll have to check with the property owner, and I'm like, what? Why does he just think by the way I'm emailing that I own a cat or something? I'm very confused. Because it was just like, out of nowhere, there's no reason for him to think I had a cat. And so I just clarified for him. I was like, I do not have a cat. I don't know why I would have a cat. But so that's not a problem. He's like, okay, cool.
Oh, you're a cat person, aren't you? You know, I hear a lot of, well, this is funny. We're actually going to end up talking about landlords pretty soon here. But it's funny because a lot of like landlords and like companies like that will actually look at your social media. So maybe they saw your cats, you know, or your cat. And
they're doing a deep dive. Jesus.
It's like little hacker people. I bugged your house and I saw there was a cat in there. So we're going to have to talk about that.
We're going to have a little chat.
So I had a family member over, and we ended up going to a water park, so that was pretty wild.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know how many times you've been to a water park. I know you typically, as a kid, you went to the beach, but
did you wear your bikini?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, you look good in it. You shouldn't be ashamed.
Yeah, my FinDom made me wear my my bikini to embarrass me. Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
So funny thing about that. So there was this, like, they do animal shows, whatever. It's SeaWorld, in case anybody thinks I'm being too vague. And one of them was just like, it was like a sea lion show, whatever. There was a cute ass otter. That was my favorite part of the whole thing, was the otter. I was like, I want a fucking otter in my life right now.
Wait, where would you put it though? Don't they like need water, or is it optional?
Bathtub, dude. Toilet? I don't know.
Leave that motherfucker in the bathtub? How are you gonna shower? You shower with him? That's cute.
Yeah, I just told him, be like, oh, that's my little otter, you know, Mr. Otterton.
Yeah, Otterton.
So the weird part of the show was I did not realize how expensive it was to go to an amusement park, and I'm like, wow, how could my parents afford this shit when I was a kid? And it was funny because it wasn't really funny, it was kind of weird, because in the play, or the skit, or whatever the fuck it was, they kept saying, oh, you can buy this for an additional fee, wink wink, and everybody thought it was funny because I guess it was a lot of parents that were like, yeah, I did have to pay for all that. And I was like, isn't this kind of like pandering to be like, yeah, everything here costs a lot of money? I'm like, you guys could make it not cost a lot of money. Like, the food I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. Let me just, I'm a big guy. I like to eat. So first day we didn't get the dining pass, and guess how much it cost for 3 of us to eat? Like just one.
Just like out of pocket without the pass. Dude, I bet it was like 15 a pops, like 45 something.
Wow, you're actually really close. Yeah, it was like $50.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like shit. It was like like school cafeteria quality food that would cost you normally like $5 a pop, or maybe like $3 a pop, depending on if you have reduced or not. And I was just like, what? Like the drinks were $4, and they made it a bitch and a half to get a refill, which, I love my Diet Coke, so I had to go do that a couple times. But man, but the dining pass, they basically build it around the dining pass, but it was actually, I got my money's worth. I was like, I'm not gonna let these fuckers, I'm not just gonna eat once for $40 or $50 or whatever it was. So yeah, we went like 4 times to get food, even if we were just gonna throw it away, because I wanted to make sure they felt it. I wanted them to regret selling that to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty much my week, besides an episode of depression, but that's subsiding, so
that's good. Oh yeah. Well, hopefully with this stellar lineup of videos and segments we got, it'll eliminate your depression just like that. You got high hopes?
No.
That's not a good sign. Yeah, probably shouldn't, honestly.
Yeah, let's just
looking at the title,
over.
Just the first thing in there. Yeah, no.
So, in case anybody's wondering what's on tonight's docket, we're going to be doing a news flash segment. We're going to be talking about Quick, Chris Chan. We're really not going to be talking about the mommy shit, but that's what sparked this discussion and interest of ours in Mr. Chris Chan. And
yes, sir.
Then we're going to be doing a tier list like we always do with the leftist ideologies we talked about in the last stream. And last but not least, we're going to hit you with some nostalgia if you're around our age, because we're going to be talking about commercials from the early 2000s. There we go. Dude, Everett's hopping in here talking about a pet otter. Oh, freaking got it, Everett. You're freaking right, dude. Dude, like, tell me, if it was possible, like, let's say you had a pool in the back, or like a natural pool, would you, like, have you seen how cute otters are? Like, have you seen one?
Is that shit legal? Like, can you just have an otter?
I'm going to find out, because I want to get the tea on this. Can you own a pet otter in Texas? You would need a permit, but they are not given to pet owners. Otters are not likely. Here's a Quora post. Should you own an otter? And the answer is no. Wild animals cannot be pets, only captive. So let's have a little discussion here about this, because why not? You guys deserve some extra content, because
Otter talk?
Yeah, it's out here. Let me fucking type that up. Okay, stall while I type this.
Damn, how deep are you about to go with Otter talk? God damn.
It's gonna be.
I'm impressed.
It's gonna Otter talk. Bam. There we go. Let's fucking. There you go. Now everybody knows what we're talking about. Otter talk. There you go. So, let me tell you really quickly why owning a pet otter would be beneficial to my household. Okay. First up, otters can crack shit, right? So my girlfriend's always like, "Oh, crack my back," and I'm like, "Babe, I don't fucking know how to do that shit." The otter could just like grab her back and go like, and like push it, or whatever, bring her back. They're always smashing shit.
Are you hinting at bestiality here? I'm a little concerned.
Not like that. Literally, like pop. What is it called? Like when you pop somebody's back, not break her back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sexually. Why are you sexualizing my slippery otter, dude? I just want to give my girlfriend
the slippery
otter.
Break your girlfriend's back. That's a little concerning.
Well, if I said blow her back out, see, that would be.
Oh, okay.
See that? Okay, so.
So this is a violent otter, not a sexual one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next up, I like eating nuts, like mixed nuts, because I like to do the whole keto thing. Not really, but
you're disgusting. I hate nuts.
Well, like, not like peanuts, because those are unhealthy, but like walnuts and almonds are okay, I guess, and like hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, I mean. And the otter could crack those for me. I could have it like a rock, and he'd go, "Here you go," and I'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah, thanks, Mr. Otter." And that
What
would
if you
be helpful.
mistrain him and he cracks your skull instead? Well, again, we've already established this is a very violent otter, so who
They're
knows what
small.
he's capable of.
They're too small to do that shit, dude.
Okay.
I mean,
that's
if
fair
he
enough.
grabs the rock, he could, but hopefully he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, as long as we're monitoring his violent tendencies, that's a good thing at least.
We're gonna send him to therapy.
Yeah, therapy otter.
Next up, they're cute. Okay, I don't have a dog. I really want a corgi because my dad has a really cute corgi that I love very much. But otters are kind of just as cute as corgis. Like, let's be honest here.
Are they the corgi of the like aquatic mammal world?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Here, let's find a little picture of them and show everybody what an otter looks like. Here we go. Here's a really good picture right here.
Why don't you just get a ferret at that point? They're kind of just like sea ferrets. It's kind of what they look like.
So this isn't working right now. Here, let's redo that. Oh, that's
Damn.
so. There's about to be a
came in too
picture of an
early.
otter. There's about to be a picture of an otter here. Bam. Nope, that didn't work. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Bam. There you go.
Oh.
There's a picture of an otter. So look,
Okay,
he fucking
so-
hugs you, dude.
They are extremely cute, but like I said, it's kind of effectively just a sea ferret, don't you think? What do you think the benefit of having an otter over a ferret would be?
So let me show you what a ferret looks like. So this is what a ferret looks like. Okay, they're kind of cute too, actually. But they're fucking violent, dude.
Not to come on here and say they're fucking ugly. You gotta talk shit on ferrets. Damn.
Ferrets are violent. Have you ever seen that episode of like
Otter. This otter's violent. We've already established that. You can't don't walk back on that.
Well, it's otter murdering something. Let's see.
Whoa.
Look at the
gonna
little
get graphic.
otter with the freaking.
Murder in the snow.
Wait, otters, the violent necrophiliac, serial-killing fur monsters of the sea.
That's what you want for a pet? Just get the ferret.
But look at how cute it is.
It's a necrophiliac, violent monster. But look how cute he is.
Boy attacked by otter while floating Big Hole River.
God.
He deserves it. He probably pissed it off. I wouldn't piss off my pet otter. Pair of pants.
You say that, but what if he's a libertarian?
The libertarian otter. Look at this. Otters. It's fucking kicking this crocodile's ass, dude.
That's a jaguar. What the fuck are you? That's not an otter.
That's an otter.
That's an otter. Holy fuck.
Okay, let's look at it. Look at this right here. Country file sparks debate with segment on otters.
Hey, we're doing a segment on otters. Is this about us?
Yeah, is this the otter segment?
Yeah.
Look at this. 3 North American river otters kidnapped from North Carolina sanctuary. Come on.
That's tragic.
Look at that, man. Tell
Well,
me.
that could be you. If you're gonna get an otter as a pet, that's probably the path you're gonna have to go down.
Ferrets and sweaters are better than otters, Hyacinth? What the fuck?
I kind of agree.
Let's
I'm gonna
see.
have to keep it
Let's
real.
find a ferret in a sweater, you fucking
Otters can
heathens.
throw hands. Yeah, they fucking can. Look at them. How many otters do you think? How many otters do you think you could take on at once?
I mean, how many could I raise? Probably 10, dude. They're
No,
so
like
fucking
beat
cute.
their ass. No, like your
I don't-
violent otters are trying to fuck you up. How many do you think you can take on at once?
I wouldn't want to. They're so cute. I don't want to hurt. An
You're
otter.
dead if not. If you don't wanna, you're dead if you don't wanna. How many do you think you can take on?
Do I have a gun?
No, bare hands, like fists. How many do you think you can take?
I mean, I could definitely choke one out. Okay, I'd definitely just grab it. I'd be like, ah! Fucking kill that fucking piece of shit. Even though it's an
Damn,
otter.
I'm gonna contact PETA so that you can never have a pet otter in your fucking life, you sick bastard.
You asked!
hell?
You asked! A pit bull could come and kill me too.
It was a trap!
If I can't own an otter because they're violent, nobody should be allowed to own pit bulls.
That's fair.
Oh. You know, where you live, they actually banned pit bulls for a long period of time. So I think they're still banned. Fun
I just
fact.
walked by some pit bulls last night, I think. Or maybe they weren't. I don't know.
You should report them.
Snitch.
Okay,
The
this
dog
is
snitch.
this is a ferret in a sweater. Yeah, it's cute, but you're not supposed to put clothes on animals. That's animal abuse. They can break open shells and shit like that. Maybe even sea urchins if I'm thinking straight. Yes, otters do that. They're fucking violent monsters, but they're so cute.
I think the consensus is you shouldn't buy an otter, as we're seeing from the chat and from research.
Why does it?
I don't think you can purchase an otter regardless.
Well,
but
it's just like raising a cat, right? Like all you do, Fox Skull is cat. All you do with the cat. What do you do if it misbehaves with a cat?
you squirt it with a water gun. But guess what? The otters live in fucking water. That's not gonna work, jackass.
Well, the cats drink water, but they still don't like it. You know, like
The otters live in water. They swim in it.
well, they can't breathe and what.
You know what? Let's just get an electric shock collar for him, like we saw
That'd
in that
kill
few
him.
streams ago.
That would be super effective against him. It's a water type.
Water
Dude.
type. It's Breezel. No.
Weasel's not an otter. He's a.
He's an otter.
Is he an otter? I thought he was like
He's the otter.
Let's look it up. Otter Pokemon. He does not look like an otter. It's Weasel.
Oh, Weasel, yeah.
Oh yeah, Oshawott is an otter. Yeah, that's.
Oshawott and Weasel. Yeah.
I don't think Weasel counts as.
Let's see what their no. Check the bulb. Never mind. It's fine.
Check the bulb. What if, okay, could I own an Oshawott? Would that be okay?
If they were real, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Dude, catchbugs.com. So.
All right. So.
Oh.
Any more remarks on Otter Talk?
Yeah, I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a fucking otter, dude. Like I'm gonna move to where it's legal. Like I don't care. I'm not gonna break the law. Okay. I like to keep it legal most of the time. So I will just find a place where owning an otter is fine. I'll get a baby one so it doesn't kill me. And then I'll put it on a leash, walk it like a dog. Everyone will be like, hey, is that a fucking otter? I'll be like, yeah. Well, actually, they probably won't speak English because I probably have to move to like India or some shit. So I guess it wouldn't be that big of an issue. I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm going to make a little poll here. And I'm going to find out. Should I buy an otter? Okay, or should I?
Can you even just straight up buy an otter? I think you gotta catch that shit, maybe.
In the wild, I just grab it like those people in North
I
Carolina.
gotta grab you an otter. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the stream thing, the control room. I'm gonna create a little poll here. Should Fawkes get a pet otter?
Can I vote, or am I not allowed to vote in this?
You are, but you cannot vote on our channel, so keep that in mind. So
Okay.
hopefully that pops up. Let's, there we go, right there.
I make like 7 more YouTube channels and vote.
That's cheating.
Is that cheating? That's definitely
yeah,
cheating.
that
Okay.
is cheating. So if you think I should get a pet otter at some point in my life, okay, not right now, not immediately, then hit yes. And if you think that I should not get a pet otter, then fuck you. Actually, I should have just put yes on there. That should have been the only option.
He's stealing it.
I'm gonna since you can vote, I'm gonna vote too.
Okay.
I'm gonna vote on my own my personal channel. Oh, the results are coming in. That's 2 votes for yes so far.
Oh, damn.
So
You're getting an otter. It looks like.
looks like I'm getting an otter. I'm gonna close it after we get to like 6 people that think I should get an otter. I think that'd be a good idea. Anyways.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, we got 4 votes already. Damn. Just a reminder before we get into this, in the whatchamacallit is our Streamlabs. If you want your message to show up on here with a little graphic and you want to donate some money to the production of this show, then feel free to do that because Cayman does need some editing software. That's, I guess.
Yeah,
that's,
I do. That's a good
I need
goal.
a ring light because mine broke.
He meant to. Oh, dude, he meant to press no. Start over. Oh, that's a vote for no. Yeah, you ain't getting an otter, motherfucker.
That is too bad. Too bad you can't change your vote in the election, dude. That's election fraud. So fuck
That's
you.
fraud. You wanted to put yes, and that's fraud. Okay.
2-party system, man.
Hell yeah.
So that's enough of the Otter talk. Unfortunately, that was my favorite segment we've ever done because it's
That was
just
a great discussion.
great discussion. But now we're going on to the news. What's been in the news lately? Let's find out after I click on it. Bam! Andrew Cuomo, piece of shit extraordinaire, governor of New York. He resigned.
Dude, what do you mean he defeated COVID the first time around? What do you mean he's a piece of shit? He's the liberal darling.
He killed old people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if you don't know, he's like a rapist or whatever, and he allegedly. Sorry, I have to keep it from getting sued. But
you know, I've heard about this story, but I don't know like specifically what he did. He was like sexually harassing a bunch of cops or some shit, right? Like some New York like officials in that regard or some shit like that.
I know the answer to this, but just since you don't, I'm gonna read the article.
Okay, cool.
Over a barrage of sexual harassment allegations in a fall from grace a year after he was widely hailed nationally for his detailed daily briefings and leadership during some of the darkest days of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're just overlooking the whole retirement home thing, whatever.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah, that didn't. AP says that didn't happen. Emphatically denied intentionally mistreating women and called the pressure for his ouster politically motivated. But he said that fighting back in this too hot political climate would be subject to months of turmoil. Yeah, he doesn't. So the best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing. So basically, he's like, it's not a fight I want to fight. That sounds like a guilty fucking guy to me, dude.
Dude, you can't blame him. He's Italian. Come on.
Hey, I'm Italian too, and this guy does not represent me.
He's not. You're Italian?
Yeah, like 50%, dude.
I'm racist to Italians. This is gonna be a problem.
Well, the other part of me is like Scottish and Irish, so I mean. Welcome back to Fawkes Talk. Oh, your days are wasted.
You're genetic trash. That guy was right who left a comment on our video. You are genetic trash.
I'm like 100% white.
No, that's genetic trash in my book.
Oh, well, I mean, that's pretty woke of you. I mean, that's also racist.
Exactly.
Wow, turning the
woke
tables.
And racist. We're combined. We're Nazballing it up in here.
Well, I don't think extreme SJWs are Nazballs because usually they're Nazlibs, pretty much. Except they're pro POC. I don't know how that works.
No. Yeah, basically, Andrew Cuomo's Italian. What you gonna do? That's his excuse. You know, he does this to everybody. You know. Did you see that video of his initial defense before he resigned?
Which one?
He literally like showed a montage of him just like kissing and like holding people close to me. Like I do this to everybody. The elderly. I'm Italian. Come on, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember that. Being Italian means you touch people. Man, Joe Biden, like, I guess he took that from the Joe Biden playbook. So
yeah, it is kind of funny though that Joe Biden's like he needs to resign now when he has like the same catalog on his end.
I remember during the election of 2020, there was like this post that was like, how the hell are we finna elect a man again who has a whole ass sexual assault allegation against him? And I'm like, is this pro Biden or pro Trump? I'm confused. Like, does this person not realize both of them have pretty much the same amount, except Joe Biden's was more credible, honestly, because the witness actually talked. She was Tara Reid, right? And she was just like shat out and ousted from the media. They're like, no, she's lying. And then they're like, I like how with libs they'll like, if it's like a Republican getting a rape allegation against them, they'll just be like, she had nothing to gain. She had nothing to gain. Why would she lie about that? But whenever it's like against Joe Biden, they're like, look at the holes in her story. Look there. They're like, didn't happen, all made up. And it's like, if you applied the same like standard of evidence for both of them, then that'd be fine. I mean, it'd still be stupid, but you know, it'd be more consistent. So I guess I'd respect that more. But no, as soon like they were defending this piece of shit. There we go. They were defending this piece of shit, Mr. Ryan Seacrest or whatever the fuck, and it like what?
I was mouthing this piece of shit to the chat. pointing at you. You just got owned.
I'm getting that fucking otter. I don't care what the polls say. I'm getting a fucking otter. It's gonna come to your house and crack a rock on your.
Are you gonna train it to
butt.
do violent under your control?
Yeah, dude. It's like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Otter,
yeah,
Aquajet.
pretty...
I don't know.
Yeah. It's really crazy, honestly, how we really did have the choice between rapist and other rapist for 2020, which is really fun.
Lesser of two evils, man. Because
Yeah.
we're gonna compare and contrast rapists.
Yeah.
Alleged rapists. Sorry.
Yeah.
In Minecraft.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the story. Honestly, not that exciting. I guess kind of interesting to see who will run to take his place. I think it's the first female governor ever of New York is going to be taking his place, like temporarily at least, until they have an actual election.
Yeah,
Which
of course it's
is
a shit lib, right?
Yeah, probably. I haven't looked much into her, but yeah.
So let's move on to so this was something we were going to do last week, but of course we weren't here last week because we were busy living it up. And this is I guess this is old news, whatever news, the news cycle, who fucking cares? The eviction moratorium is a thing the CDC issued, whatever. It's unconstitutional and evil. It basically says, hey, we're in this pandemic right now. A lot of people are fucked out of their jobs. Maybe don't evict them. Let's not do that. Can we not do that right now? And a lot of Republicans hate that because it hurts the the owner class. And boo-hoo, man. Like, oh no, they're living rent-free in our house. Oh no, but let's look at this. This is an article. Who really cares about what the article has to say? Basically, it's just some detail right here. The moratorium ended in late July, or maybe it was just the end of July, I believe. And
sorry.
Yeah, and they ended like they were like, oh my god, we forgot that lapsed, like the government has done the entirety of this pandemic, like they did with unemployment benefits when they were supposed to extend them. But guess what? They didn't end up doing that in a timely manner, and that was a whole mess. People just went back to the normal unemployment for a few months or whatever, and that was terrible. Then they eventually did it, after it was too late. And the same thing with this. So there was a whole period. There was a period of 3 days when there was like basically no guidance whatsoever on how to handle this. And now we have it. They extended it until October 3rd, which of course, as we all know, COVID is set to end on October 3rd. So there you go, guys.
Date. Yeah, Cuomo did his work like a year ago, and now that he's resigning, it's coming to a peaceful end.
They figured it out. They're like, you know what, this moratorium, whatever. So let's brainstorm this a little bit, guys. So
especially it's fun that it's at a time when our cases are now worse than they were this time last year. I think twice as worse. We're in like 100,000 per day now of new COVID cases.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, in the U.S. we're up to 1,000 per day, or at least we were. It might have gone down since I last checked.
USA COVID, damn. COVID.
Yep,
Holy
150,000. God damn.
So we're already at the same level as it was at the peak last year. I am so glad I quit my job, dude.
Yeah, we're round 2, baby. Let's go.
So this is just your daily reminder, fucking get the shot, dude. You have no reason not to get it at all. You're a fucking asshole if you don't get it. I don't care if you're fucking Muslim and you don't believe in vaccinations, or you're Mormon, you don't believe in vaccinations, or you're Amish and you don't believe in vaccinations. Religion or your personal beliefs have nothing to do with it. You're a walking time bomb, or a ticking time bomb. And it's for other safety. If you don't care about other safety, then guess what? You are not really a great person. And yeah, so you don't really have any excuse not to get it.
This is data from 3 days ago. So 3 days ago, the 5 most vaccinated states in total had 580 people in the hospital, 12 deaths. In the 5 least vaccinated states, there were 6,600 hospitalized and 104 deaths per capita, least vaccinated states have 10 times the hospitalizations and 7 times the deaths. So
it works.
There should be no debate on whether or not the vaccine works at this point. But of course, we live in a country where there's that 30% that's just like, no, bro, it's gonna affect your bloodstream.
It's gonna change your DNA. Yeah, well, I hope it changes their DNA because there's something wrong up there.
Gonna make them turn into Magneto.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got the vaccine. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. I'm sorry. Oh,
I'm about to blow your mind.
Cheat code.
The government is controlling me right now. This is Joe Biden channeling through me right now. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack, get your vaccine, Jack.
That our president was on the show?
Dude, Joe, wait, what happened? I just blacked out, dude.
Dude, you know, I'm gonna channel that kid from the Polar Express that likes the trains. 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, it's me. Man, did you know that the trains have free vaccines for every rider? I'll make sure to go get the vaccine and ride on the train.
Oh,
dude, fuck yeah.
Did I just do fucking acid, dude? What? In Minecraft.
There's acid in the COVID vax.
If there was, and like it was just like a free trip, I bet vaccination rates would go like
way up. Oh yeah. Let's go.
So we got. I just want. Sorry, this is a little aside here, but 8 votes. I think we're gonna close the poll. Let's see if I'm getting an otter. Oh wait, I don't want everybody to see this. This is a secret. Sorry, I don't need to see our analytics.
Big reveal here.
Let's end the. Oh, I can't end the poll. Can I? Oh, bam. So it looks like we're at. I think it was like 75%.
75, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting an otter, young man.
Oh, there we go. I'm getting an otter. I'm getting an otter.
Dude,
fuck
congrats,
you.
man. Honestly, congrats.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to be a sore loser about it.
No, man, you know, I listen to chat. What chat says goes. I'm for it now. Get yourself an otter, queen.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Oh.
So let's go back to this shit. So, yeah, the moratorium is a great thing. You know what would be better than the moratorium, though?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take the houses from the landlords and just give them to the people living in them.
That would be pretty epic.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this is just some more, these eviction moratoriums. Okay, liberal band-aid solution. Oh boy, capitalism keeps chugging along. You know what? Let's skip that step. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go all in.
Honestly, my understanding is the moratorium is rather generous, like surprisingly enough. Oh, what's up, Luca?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yo.
And yeah, like so the whole deal is and I think it's in some states they have their own like parts of it, but I read that in some areas they're not able to hold it against you if you didn't pay your rent, like during the time of the moratorium and stuff like that, like for prospective tenants in places.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, can we take a peek at the landlord subreddit real quick? Actually, just to kind of give some context to that. What?
Land Chad?
Land Chad.
Like,
Land Chad.
Land Chad subreddit?
Let's landlords. I forgot what it's called. I think that's just what it is, actually. It's just called landlords. Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Oh, that's just an unironic landlord.
The auto bans coming for. Oh yeah, let's just take a peek at this. So if you didn't know, we do have a Reddit account and subreddit, so feel free to join that. I thought you guys went on Wednesdays. We did, but we skipped last week, and I was busy yesterday, so we're doing it today. But it'll be Wednesday in the future. We almost had to change it, but I think we're probably going to stick to Wednesdays. But that's
we'll see.
We'll see. So this is just a bunch of. There was one about the moratorium. I guess I just had to look that up. Moratorium, baby. I spelled that right.
Landlord Biden revive.
Okay, here we go. Congress can't Congress can't keep kicking this can down the road. Wall Street players are already gobbling up properties left and right from disillusioned and distressed landlords. The eviction reckoning will be bad. There's no doubt about that. However, extending the eviction moratorium without compensating existing landlords will push many out of the market, leaving only institutional players remaining. You know, honestly, it's so this is gonna blow everyone's mind, but there's in the leftist space, there's a lot of people that actually prefer corporate landlords, which is fucking weird, right? But if you're, instead of renting from a person, you rent from a corporation, you're more likely to actually get quality service.
Yeah, you pick from some unaccountable one fucking landlord fuck, and then a whole company that you're at least more likely to hopefully have some more power under, I guess, or like accountability if your landlord is fucking abusive or shitty. But yeah, I can see how that's
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you've rented from a person, so maybe maybe you want. I think we've talked about this before, but whenever you needed help with something, did you ever get any help?
Oh, absolutely not. If anything was wrong with the house that wasn't our fault, we would get the landlord bitching and threatening to kick us out and keep the security deposit, and then him being cranky for like 2 days, and then him finally deciding to fix the solution, and then the solution actually getting fixed like a week later. So it's pretty great, yeah.
Yeah, and whenever I have an issue, you know what happens? I put in a request. The next day, somebody comes by and fixes it. Like, they fixed our AC. That just went out the next day, and it's barely working. Because, of course, they're too cheap to replace it. And, I mean, I have had bad experiences renting from, smaller companies. But at my last place, the dishwasher didn't work for 11 months, and we kept requesting it to fix it. They kept trying to fix it, but they wouldn't just give us a new one, or one from a different unit even. And as soon as a bigger company came in and gobbled that one up, things got 100% better. And I hate corporations, and I don't think that they should have any say in owning people's homes. I don't think you should have to pay to live in a home or live at all. But if that's going to be the case, I would much rather have a company that actually is big enough that they're like, oh, this $200 security deposit, and we don't need it. Like, them losing that $200 deposit or $500 deposit isn't going to be that much to them at the end of the day. And if you can prove, usually the smaller landlords are going to be the ones that nitpick. There's a scratch on the paint. That's $5,000 right there. Like, no. I mean, I have, in my last place, just to give a little more context, they did try and scam us by making us pay to clean the carpets. But because our dishwasher didn't work and it flooded our kitchen every week, we had proof of that because we had a bunch of requests, and then they just took it off.
In a swamp.
They were like, "We're not going to fight this," and I'm like, "Yeah, it was moldy and shit. We could have sued the shit out of them, but we're poor."
Damn.
So
that's crazy.
Well, let's read it.
Landlords being evil, fun.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Yeah.
Let's read a couple more cringy fucking things here. Congress Biden is handing the rental sector to BlackRock. I mean, that's exactly what they're trying to do. This is a play for universal income.
Oh, it's a big brain chess play.
They're trying to get universal income? Wow, that'd be pretty based. I don't think that's what this is, though. Here, let's read another doohickey here. If so, the money, if you can get it, should go directly to the landlords, not the renters. Oh, that's...
Fuck the renters.
Downvote for that. It currently already does. In theory, it does. In reality, it doesn't.
In reality, I want more. I want to suck them dry further.
I know you got that stimulus. I know you got that stimulus. Time to pay up. Oh, that's what private landlords did, by the way. That's what they did.
Oh, yeah.
Or, individual landlords did.
Oh, yeah.
And that literally happened to one of my friends. They got a letter that said, "You got your stimulus, there's no excuse." Yeah, because paying your fucking greedy ass is the first thing I want to do. And I always pay my rent on time because I'm terrified. But, technically I don't have to. I guess is apparently how this works. Let's find out. This is going to get really fucking messy. Just a damn decision. Just make a damn decision already and stick to it so everyone can plan and prepare properly. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate the government more and more every day.
The government is not working to solely benefit landlords all the time like it always usually does. I can't handle this government.
Yeah, because you own an extra house, so you're obviously struggling, right? How about you get a real job?
Get by there.
Oh, they got a stimulus, so
They did too, yeah.
Like, it's just so hard to empathize with landlords. Okay, and people say, oh, what if it's just like a couple that they're just trying to make money for retirement or whatever. Fuck them. I mean, yeah, like I'll feel a little bad for them if it's just a bunch of old people because nobody should have to starve, and it's kind of sad that that's what they have to resort to. But what I mean, hey, what if they had to open a factory and fucking pay kids $2 an hour to make shirts to make a retirement money? It's like, nah, they're still exploiting people. Being a landlord is like neck and neck. I mean, it's the same thing. You're exploiting somebody you're holding a gun to their head. And by the way, they are a leech upon the economy. Okay, they're a leech upon the welfare of everyone in society because every house that is for rent is one less house that could be on the market for people to buy. And people say, "Oh, well, they generate income, whatever, taxes, all that shit." No, dude. It raises housing costs in the area that they are. Like, apartments are one thing. Obviously, you're not going to buy an apartment. You can, but it's stupid. I guess it would be kind of cool if we lived in a world where apartments were like that. You could just get a small mortgage for one, whatever. That'd be kind of weird, but whatever. That would be possible. That would end homelessness if we were able to figure something out like that out, or it would help alleviate homelessness. But, yeah, like for every house that says for rent on it, that house could be for sale, and guess what? There would be more supply of houses for sale in a given area, which would lower prices overall. And by the way, people that own houses in an area, usually they want their home values to stay consistent with what they purchased it. They don't want them to be super high. Like, I mean, if I bought a house and it like went up to $2 million and I paid like $1,000 for it, which you wouldn't, but let's say $100,000 for it. That would be good for you if you're planning on moving. But if you're not planning on moving because you like your house, then, and plus your property taxes go up. A lot of people buy a house for $100,000, then it goes up to $200,000 because, oil boom or whatever the fuck. That's what would happen in West Texas. And it just skyrockets prices, which also in turn increases rent costs as well because somebody wants to live in that area. They can't afford a house. What are they going to do? They're going to rent a house. Which, this is a hot ticket area, so, landlords are parasites, and they are not good for the economy.
And there's nothing stopping them from just raising the rent for any arbitrary reason they so desire, to the point where it prices out a lot of people trying to rent in a home, and it just really fucks up the whole, housing market in these local areas.
Yeah, they just rape the housing market. I mean,
yeah.
Exactly. And if a lot of people, like, for example, let's say me or you inherited a house, right? And it was in our hometown. Somehow, I don't remember if we talked about this on stream or if this is a personal conversation we had about, like, what if you got a house, would you move to it or whatever? And you're like, well, I could rent that house out and I make an easy $800 or $800 a month, after.
Whoa, I didn't say that, did I?
No, I'm speaking hypothetically.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you think that because you're like, I can make an easy $800 a month by renting that out, right? And then you have to think, like, or I could sell it and get $80,000 right now or $90,000 right now or whatever. Like, it'd be kind of tempting to take that $800 a month, right? But then you think about it and you're like, well, at that point I'm taking money from somebody. Then you have to deal with all the maintenance and stuff, whatever. Being a landlord isn't really all that hard because most of them just don't actually do anything if there's an issue. So I guess it's easy. And of course, your tenants are presumably poorer than you because they don't own a house. What are you
talking about? Being a land chat is so draining. I come home every day from evicting a single mother from her house, and then I just feel so drained.
Not even emotionally drained. I'm just tired because it's hard work. No, I'm just
tired. Yeah, it's hard work. It's exhausting.
God, she wouldn't shut up and stop crying. Shut up. Let me go home. Yeah, and it's really, when it comes down to it, you just need to face the music. That's exploiting someone. That's fucking wrong. It's an easy $800 a month, and why don't you just buy your own house with that money? Why don't you just like sell that house, give a family an opportunity to actually buy it, and what could go wrong? You know, it's a hard process to sell a house. It's an even harder process to or it's an easier process to not exploit people, though, at the end of the day, at least if you have a conscience.
Oh, yeah.
So
but you can't be a land chad without doing that, though.
Yeah, you just
That's
gotta.
important.
I want to own the land. I want to own the bed that family sleeps on. And then stuff like this happens to you. Fuck you. You just need to, like, I don't know, just sell the house. That's all you got to do. And you can owner fund it too. You could do it that way if you want the income over time because you're weird or something. You could sell it to a family friend and be like, hey, okay, I want there's ways to set that up. It's possible. You don't have to sell through a bank or directly through a bank. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to sell it to them, finance it, all that shit. Do you have any closing statements on land chats?
Not really. I think that we live in we have a rare opportunity in our present day in society that we could actually, with the country that we live on, give not even just homeless people but everyone housing that we know, and it would be an overall like more positive thing for this world and for society to progress, and we have the capacity to do it. But it'll always come down to whether or not it's profitable and whether or not there will be motivation to make that happen. And unfortunately, with the way our economic system is laid out, it won't. And so we just keep having patchwork Band-Aid solutions whenever capitalism is faced with crises like this. So until we can actually make change to that, it's going to just be this same sort of cycle and these same sort of just Keynesian Band-Aid solutions to things.
Yeah, I mean, the problem could very easily be solved with what we have now, but just not in the system we have now, because our system prioritizes greed and looking out for yourself above, looking out for the good of humanity, because, whenever people are all billionaires are opportunistic, all multimillionaires are opportunistic in some way, you gotta look out for number one, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, well, that is the second part of our news flash segment. We've got one more here, so sorry, you didn't have any more closing statements, right? We're good.
I do have one more closing statement, actually.
Okay.
If you would like us to be able to pay our landlords, donations are in the description, and then you can have a little message and a picture show up, and we'll give you like, oh yeah, if you donate just $1, goes a long way. It turns into like 60 cents for us. We'll show you a mystery card out of the Pokemon binder, and I'll lick it or something. I don't know.
That was smooth as fuck. I appreciate the transition. You're really pulling your weight around here with that. Yeah. Thank you.
So this segment is...
So this was pretty recent, actually. I think this occurred last night, if I'm not mistaken, or the night before. So we're gonna kind of start off this segment with a video and see what actually went down in this sort of news headline story, and then we're gonna see why this was going down, and we'll probably get a sort of hint of that as we're watching along here. So this is taking place in Nashville, Tennessee, I believe. For sure Tennessee, but Nashville, I believe. So let's get into it.
3, 2, 1, boop. Nice hawk.
And everybody's taking notes, buddy. Keep that little smug.
Put it back on. Put your mask on.
Kids sucking that bacteria. How you like
Put your mask on.
Then we know who you are. We know who you are. No more masks.
Keep
it calm.
No more masks.
We're on these guys' side. They're
No,
on our side.
no, they're not. They're not on our side.
The police are on our side. The police are on our side. Let's calm down.
Yes.
Calm down. We know who you are. We know who you are. You can leave freely, but we will find you, and we know who you are.
You will never be allowed in public again. You will never be allowed. You never let us be allowed in public again.
I know who you are. Let him out. Let's let him out.
Whoa! You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out.
Keep it calm. Everybody back up. Please. Everybody back up. Back up. Back up. I'm back, man. I'm on your side. Please, back up. I'm a parent. Get out. Give me a lane. Hey, watch out. Watch out. Peace. You're good. Peace. Peace. Be easy. Everyone. Peace. Peace.
Peace was never an option.
Wow.
So yeah, that was a lovely crowd of people. Very lovely crowd. So if you couldn't gather from what was going on there was a bit of a protest from a school board decision. Yeah. So
Naughty.
we heard some great remarks there, such as this is child abuse. So yeah, you know, a simple cloth on a child's mask, that is child abuse. You know, this really comes from like, so I originally saw this story from this conservative Instagram page, and they posted, like, they specifically pointed out this is from a really rich area in Tennessee, like sort of as a boastful point of it, like, yeah, they know what's going on almost, I guess. And it's like, yeah, no shit, this is from a very rich area. Man, they're so fucking, it just really, like, reeks of, like, privilege that they're so rich and don't have anything better to get up in arms about, that they're like, they're putting a cloth on my child, we're gonna fucking violently harass these people and get in their face and scream at them and threaten them. Like, lovely people. I'm a parent. It's okay. He said he's a parent. It's okay.
I'm a parent. It's fine. Yeah, like, oh man. My favorite part I heard there, which was false, YouTube. This was false, okay? So we're just quoting what he said, but it was false, to clarify so this doesn't get taken down. Was they're not going to be breathing in that bacteria. It's like, yeah, if they wear a mask. Like, they're not going to get sick if they do. Well, the mask part is true. Yeah, my commentary is true. But it's... Why are they so fucking against the mask? Oh, cases are skyrocketing. I get it. Okay, let me just put this out there. I get the frustration if they're vaccinated, which, you know, they probably aren't, but some of them are. Some vaccinated people are like, I don't want to wear a mask anymore. Fuck that shit. And I get their frustration. It's you know, it's so hard to put on a cloth. But I mean, it's kind of annoying. Whatever. But at the end of the day, it's about protecting kids and families, you know, because kids going to school, that's like one of the like number one ways that COVID has spread. That's why there was a huge ass peak, you know, in the very like in the latter half of 2020. That's when it started, because that's when school was in session, stuff like that. Then there was vacations people went on, blah blah blah, and it takes 2 weeks anyways, or about 2 weeks or so, for the symptoms to show, depending on, you know, a variety of factors. But yeah, I mean, like, what's the whole deal there? Why are you so upset about protecting your kids and protecting yourself?
It's because it's child abuse. You're putting a muzzle on my goddamn child. You wouldn't put a muzzle on your dog if you loved him. Why are you muzzling your children?
Tennessee, man. I mean, it's worse here.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's crazy because, like, we have a new outbreak, a new variant spreading around that is supposedly, to the current science that we have, more contagious than original COVID, and it is hitting the South and the Tennessee area particularly hard. And they're throwing this big of a temper tantrum over having to wear a mask in school, which there's never any logic or reasoning for why we're getting upset here, you know.
Yeah, it's
never really
it's
evaluating the
worth
situation.
it.
I guess
It's not worth it. So here's this article that you sent me. I don't know if you want to really talk about it since we still have
Oh,
video.
yeah. I wanted to specifically point out the specific reason why they were protesting. Of course, it was because it was a mask mandate for schools. But we've got, during a special session that night, the Board of Education in Williamson County, just south of Nashville, approved of a mask requirement for elementary school students, staff, and visitors inside all buildings and on buses beginning Thursday and ending September 21st. It's a month long!
Oh my god.
It's not even for like the year. It's a temporary mask enabling or mandate in this elementary school. So that's the kicker. That's the real kicker there.
That's what they're getting mad about? A
Yeah,
whole month?
it's not even a month. A month of muzzling.
That's not enough. I would be protesting that that's not enough time. I would say
Yeah.
they should say indefinitely until cases go down. Actually,
Well-
until cases don't exist, pretty much. But I think this will. I really think this is going to go on for the rest of our lives. Honestly,
I mean, supposedly, it's gonna get really bad again around like December or something. So I mean, like, at least like there maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's a temporary 1 month mask, and yeah.
we need a UBI, like right now.
You Yang Gang?
Well, I was at one point in my life, but no, we need a UBI. Like this has been going
on top
on
of welfare.
for on top. Yeah, okay, like we
That's where
we
Andrew
just
Yang went
need
wrong.
$2,000 a month until this is over. And by when this is over, I mean, you know, like I said, it's gonna last the rest of our lives. So you know, just never, I guess. And I just, this is such bullshit. The United States government has failed its people time and time again. Fuck states' rights. We're at the point again. We're at the point again where I can say this, and since the beginning of this, I've been advocating for it. Lockdown. Everything is closed. Delivery is all we have. Okay, we got Amazon drones, whatever. Couriers can go through the drive-through to limit the spread. DoorDash can raise its pay to $15 per order. Fuck them. It can be government funded. I don't give a shit. Whatever. And every store's closed down, curbside only.
You know, that would be effective, and I agree with you there. But the thing is, we don't even need to do that. If just another portion of the population would wear a mask and or get vaccinated. Like, we can do minimal lockdown and not even, fully close everything like that. Even a few more. But we will never get a fully vaccinated population. I don't think that'll ever happen.
It's just, masks are the compromise, man. Masks aren't enough. We saw that. Even with masks, we still had that shit going on. We still had the giant-ass peaks. We still have this going on right now with limited mask wearing, of course. But during whole, everyone needs to wear a mask to go into a store that we had in the past year, well, in most stores at least, whenever there wasn't a Karen arguing, that wasn't enough. Masks are literally the maintaining capitalism solution. They're good, they're effective, but there's more effective solutions to that. Unfortunately, those are the ones that the capitalists are afraid of because they limit their profits, or at least they feel like they do, even though we've seen e-commerce surge like crazy, which has led to stores closing as well. At the end of the day, it just needs to be a total lockdown for a month or 2 or 3 or whatever, until cases go down to not even 1,000 cases in a state, or however low we got to it was low enough for it to end. So I don't know, how about we just do monthly tests as well?
Yeah, there you go.
And also how about every time, better solution, every time somebody walks into a store, they present their vaccine card, right, like the mark of the beast, and then they get a jab in the arm if they don't have it with them, or they can't enter
Jokey
the store.
pokey.
Yeah.
You getting that jokey pokey?
That jokey pokey? What
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's the code word they use for vaccine, just so they don't get banned off Facebook.
Oh. The jokey pokey.
It's a jokey pokey. Yeah, it's pretty cute, honestly. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they feel like it doesn't work, but I don't get it. Okay, so they say COVID's a myth, right? But the vaccine doesn't work either. But COVID's real now, but the vaccine doesn't work, and it's like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand their logic.
And then they're also like, now immigrants are bringing in COVID in mass, but it's also not real, and no vaccines either.
Yeah, they're just fucking. Just move somewhere. How about we have COVID Island, right? COVID Island, and there's probably an island in Hawaii we don't use. Put them all there.
Yeah, probably.
And like blow it up in Minecraft.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, make it only in Minecraft though, not in real life.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, yeah, well, that is our little COVID update. We got some students, some teachers going buck wild in Tennessee. Some fun times. Oh yeah. So next up we have. So we have Chris Chan is based. So for those of you who don't know who Chris Chan is, Chris Chan is a trans woman comic creator who has a very long and detailed and documented life on the internet, who is high functioning autistic, and was recently in the news for a, let's say, less than desirable reason to be in the spotlight. And that being said, that has sparked both me and Fawkes, I believe's, interest in this Chris Chan individual. And we have since binged a good bit of this Chris Chan documentary that's available on YouTube from Geno, what's his name? Geno, I had it up here. Geno Samuel. So shout out to him. A lot of the clips are from this. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Chris Chan recently raped his elderly dementia brother. Oh, we got Chris Chan in the chat actually. Hey, I didn't know they had phones in jail for you. I don't have much time. I'm not allowed to have a phone with me right now, but I'm doing well. I'm having a great time here, and soon everything will come clear. Tell Barb's I love her. We have a mission. Wow.
We were just given a mission by the Chris Chan.
The actual Chris Chan himself.
Actual Chris Chan.
Somebody's sneaking him a phone in there. That needs to be cut out right now.
Yeah, we need
that cannot be allowed to continue.
Dude, I mean, I say we get Chris Chan on the show. You know, I'm not going to spoil my views on it, but, I mean Chris Chan's life, not, I'm not referring to Chris Chan as an it.
Well, I'm going to go, so, basically, yes, she is a trans woman that raped her elderly dementia mother, which is not pog, we can say, at least. Very disgusting, very horrific. Something that, like, I don't know, some really vile shit. But of course, because she is trans, I swear I'm not purposely misgendering her. I am coming off of listening to an entire documentary where a portion of it was all he, him pronouns. And then I just recently got to the portion where it's she, her pronouns, so I'm kind of mixed up here. So I just want to clarify that. But, of course, the right and conservatives are now going to start taking this and running with it and being like, see, trans people are degenerate sexual demons, as we've seen. I think Tucker Carlson. Yeah, that's his name, right? Yeah. Tucker Carlson did a fucking... Yeah, Carl Tuckerson.
Carl Weezer.
He did a segment on Chris Chan the other day, and I also saw that same. Yeah, he did. I haven't seen it yet, but I saw like a thumbnail for it. He mentioned like Chris Chan on the show, so it's already getting to that point. I can only imagine like the transphobic shit filled in that video, and
he says he's a lesbian. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, with the whole pronoun thing, I'm gonna call him a he. Like, not because I disrespect, like, no disrespect to trans people, but just because like it's Chris Chan. Like, it's interchangeable. Like, I don't know. Like, not to be transphobic, but that's where I am in the documentary. I guess I'm still the he him part, but also it's like it's interchangeable. You can use whatever you want as long as you're not. If you aren't like trans people don't exist, Well,
the thing is, she herself, Christian, didn't really like there were some points in the documentary where they didn't really care about the pronouns. Like, they would go from like really caring about it and just like not giving a single shit and I don't know. Who knows? That's not really what we're focusing on. But yeah, that being said, that's not what we're here to focus on. We just want to lay out our stance. Definitely not representative of all trans people. The way the conservative right is going to spin this to be that way is definitely probably going to happen. I'll have to check out this Tuck the Dick Carlson video. But yeah, so we're going to, as me and Micah, or me and Fawkes have said, we recently watched his entire exposed, leaked. We watched his entire this entire documentary series on him, and so we've gathered a little clip compilation of clips that I found, half of which being Chris being based, and we'll kind of be determining that how based Chris is in these like moments. So yeah, just kind of reminiscing on his actual life and documented story here.
3, 2, 1, boop.
Nintendo. On November 22nd, 2003, Christian filmed a documentary of his activities in the game Animal Crossing on the Nintendo GameCube, which he then sent to Nintendo for consideration. Chris narrates this hour-long tour of two of his self-made towns, Quickville and Quick City. Since the documentary features a video game player narrating his activities while playing a game, this possibly makes Chris the first ever Let's Player in the modern understanding of the word.
Hello, Nintendo.
Can you fucking believe that? He's so okay. Based the first Let's Player possibly ever. Like I heard that and I was like, huh? No way.
That was a funny takeaway from that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here without Chris Chan.
Yeah, it all spiraled from there. Chris Chan invented thousands of careers on YouTube.
PewDiePie?
Dude, Chris Chan made PewDiePie.
See, I know Gino kind of uses a kind of monotone voice, so I think that's kind of more of a joke, like serious, but kind of a joke. But like, I mean, like really though, there's people that have done that before Chris Chan. Plus that video was just like, hey, this is me playing Animal Crossing. Like definitely people have made gameplay commentary before that.
No, he's the first.
The first ever.
He is the first.
Like what about like James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, when he was a little
When was
kid,
that though? What year was that?
Like 1989 or 84 or something. I don't know how old James Rolfe is, but
But when did he upload it though? That's the kicker.
But so you're saying if
it's like
Chris Chan didn't upload this, it was a videotape sent to Nintendo Power.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Wow, I just destroyed you with facts and logic.
You did. Well, I choose to believe that Chris Chan was the inventor of Let's Plays. Not only was he the first to do it, but he invented the concept. He actually invented the technology to be able to record your voice and play Animal Crossing.
So I need you to give your rating then on the base scale for this.
Well, after you have plagued my mind with the well, I already knew it was a possibility. It's not the first, but you're kind of really plaguing my mind with that. It kind of brings it down. I'd say it's like a 4, a little base.
We're doing numbers now. Oh shit.
What would you have in mind? Letters?
Well, no. Normally it's the scale for anyone watching this. If you pay attention to this, it's libtard or libtarded. I don't know, something like that. Like liberal is the worst one. Then it's not based. Then it's Then it's interesting, and then it's based, and then it's based or based.
Yeah, it's I'd give this one an interesting.
I'd give it a not based, but it kind of in between based. Interesting and not based.
Okay,
so I'll say not interesting. That's the in between.
Okay, that's fair.
Funny though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we got our next example of a possible based moment from Chris Chan. Let's go ahead and take a look after this one finishes up.
3, 2, 1, boop.
Nintendo. Welcome to my Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube. I am your host. My name is Christian Weston Chandler. I live in Ruckersville, Virginia. And I is 21 years old. And I play because I'm young at heart. So anyway, we're going to take a tour of my city.
Oh, we got the presidential speech right here.
Good evening, friends. As your presidential candidate, I will now state how I feel what we can do to improve these nations, these states. For one thing, we got so many poor people out on the streets.
Truth.
I mean, we have soup kitchens, and we have soup beds. We should really combine the two into soup hotels.
Wow.
So then there will be a bed for every homeless person until they can get back up on their own feet.
Yo, Chris is for public housing?
Also,
That's pretty fucking
lower
based,
taxes.
man. Not even Bernie's for that.
Lower
I don't think.
taxes. Wow.
I will propose
Oh,
lower
whoa.
taxes, and we shall not have to pay so much.
How are we gonna?
And
Wow.
we will not cut off any benefits for the old people. They are good.
Based.
They are good.
And
I would agree.
we shall
Yeah.
give them plenty of money so they can afford their medications and services to keep them alive. We pay to stay alive. We do not pay to die.
Dude, preach.
Fucking based.
And speaking of which, too much violence goes on within these city streets. I will propose only gun distribution to the official authority,
Not based.
Damn.
which shall be within the police
Oh,
department.
not based.
Not based.
Nowhere else.
Not based.
And all guns owned by local community people shall be taken away.
They're coming for our guns.
Oh, the
they
bullet.
were
And
right.
the bullets are necessary for when there is an outbreak of violence from another nation or planet. Then we shall issue the bullets.
Oh, okay.
And also, we will be okay to have the gays within our community.
What a
Oh,
trailblazer.
Super clarifying.
There will be gay marriage ability for every state within the United Nations.
Wow.
I mean, keep it to yourselves in your room.
Oh.
Just don't force it upon everybody, because what may be right for you may not be right for most, for some. You take the good from the bad, and then you get an opening statement
A
like
Family Guy reference. Wow. Okay.
So let's go over his proposals there. So we've got Chris is for abolishing homelessness. That's pretty based, honestly.
based.
Making soup hotels. The wording's a little goofy there, but
And then we had the next one was the lower taxes, which
so yeah.
hopefully only on
mean,
poor people.
Yeah, hopefully for like the middle class and whatnot. I mean, I'm not, I am a leftist and whatnot. I am for a lot of taxes on like the upper class, billionaires, corporations, whatnot. But I'm not necessarily against a little tax cut for the middle class here and there, as long as it kind of balances out and we still can get those, because we can still achieve those same social programs and whatnot that leftists fight for, but while also lowering taxes for the middle class, honestly.
Yeah, if we heavily rose taxes on the rich, we'd actually be paying less for the lower half. So
Yeah.
or not even the lower half. Honestly, I'm fine with tax cuts for like poor people. Middle class maybe not, because middle class is typically very well off. We're in poverty technically, so not technically, literally. We're literally living in poverty, even though I have this nice apartment and this jewel and this computer, but
Yeah, and then we also had the gays are allowed, but keep it to your fucking self, dude.
Yeah, you freaking homos.
But this is a lot of progression for Chris at this point in his life, because previous to this, it's just homophobia, homophobia, fucking throwing it out there. And I mean, yeah, it's progression. It's nice to see. So yeah. What else was there?
Then there's only cops can have guns.
Yeah, I liked where he was
ammo.
going. Yeah, so I liked where he was going with that, and then it kind of took a turn where he was like, "Cops get the guns," and it's like, "Whoa, that doesn't sound
Not
like."
based.
Wow, but I can't wait for the cops to become an authoritative body that overtakes the government. Yeah, that'll be
Minecraft.
fun. In Minecraft, yeah. But he also pretty based, pretty anti-intervention. He was like, "We save the bullets until we are attacked." So I gotta give it to him on that one.
If you look at that as kind of more of a figure of speech, that's pretty based.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but actually, fun fact, There are some countries where they do that. They let people have guns, but they have a very limited amount of ammunition for personal use or whatever they're allowed to have, which I don't agree with really. But that's more. It's kind of weird because it's like a hyper liberal proposal, pretty much.
Yeah.
But also like I don't know, maybe that curbs gun violence somehow. I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously we're pro Second Amendment here at the Acolytes, but I mean, at least he had an interesting kind of ideas proposed, I'd say.
Yeah.
So,
what would you rank that on the scale?
Interesting.
I give that an interesting too. There are kind of some highs and lows there, so it kind of balances out into a nice interesting.
I'd vote for him.
You'd vote for him? Chris Chan for president, dude. He's the president we need.
better than frickin' Biden. Abolishing homelessness. I mean, a president could literally be Reagan except abolish homelessness, and they would probably be one of the best presidents in my book. Like, honestly, it doesn't take that much to be a good president, considering the history we have. All you have to do is one actually good thing, and it'll. What are, like, not to go on a little tangent here, but when you think about the past presidents, like, let's just a quick rundown. What's one good thing that Trump did in your mind?
I know he relieved fully, like, student debt for handicapped veterans going to college, and it's like, that's great and all, but, like, why stop there? Why are we stopping there at that point?
And, not starting any more wars was good.
Yeah, I think he's much better on, like, North Korea in general than, like, Biden or, like,
foreign policy wasn't that. Foreign policy, Trump was one of the best presidents we've had in a very long
I wouldn't
time.
say foreign policy. I would highlight North Korea.
Yeah, well,
There's a lot of bombing and destabilization going on.
I guess non-interventionist. Like, he still presided over foreign wars. He pulled out of some. He started pulling out of some, which was pretty admirable. But yeah, well, I mean, see, like, we're just listing. Like, all he had to do was like a couple good things, and like, when you think about it, you're like, yeah, he was a piece of shit and terrible. He had a couple good things. Yeah. Obamacare, I guess. And
the Iran deal was good. He freed a bunch of non-violent drug offenders at the end of his presidential term, which was pretty cool.
George Bush, I can't think of anything.
I don't think there's a lot of good
people
there.
Always say, "Oh, he handled 9/11 well," and I'm like, "No, he didn't. The Patriot Act happened." And they're like, "Well, he spoke well about it," and I'm like, "I don't think that's really worth. I don't think how good a president speaks really matters that much, honestly." Well, see, a lot of people only remember the good things, though, so that's how it works.
Yeah.
And Chris Chan would be remembered for ending homelessness.
Chris Chan would be a fantastic president who ends homelessness.
So we got this next one here.
Take on the police here.
3, 2, 1, boop.
The next day, he announced another encounter with law enforcement. God is giving me the middle finger yet again. I backed up and scratched a car in El Agave lot. And she's a damn smoker. Now the damn jerk-op is giving me a hard time because I am screaming up at freaking Emmanuel God. I want God to just kill me now if he is going to keep giving me middle fingers and a damned difficult life. After this event, Christian decided that police were not allowed to be in Quickville, Virginia, and that law within the town could be upheld solely by the psychic Pokemon team led by Magichan.
Fucking based! Dude, I didn't know Chris Chan was an anarchist.
The FBI just hacked Cayman.
I am back. Thanks, Discord. But damn, I didn't know Chris Chan was an anarchist. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I guess that's police. Like, now I would vote for Chris Chan. After that.
So, the thing I love about Chris Chan is, like, when he does come, she does come to these, like, based conclusions, they're, like, almost, like, always for just a misguided reason, and in her case, it's just for getting kicked out and doing shenanigans and shit in public and being apprehended by the law enforcement because of it. But whatever the method is, pretty based conclusion there.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what Defund the Police was about.
Yeah,
like,
let's just like teams of like
psychic
forensics,
Pokemon
detectives.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that's
psychic Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that's a better solution. Just imagine having like a fucking Alakazam come by and be like, "Hey, I need to look at your hard drive. Oh wait, I just did. Yeah, you're going to jail, buddy.
Yeah, in a second like that.
Yeah. As long as they only uphold just laws.
Yeah.
This is
Right,
Frank.
we got another based attack, or based take. Attack, not attack.
3, 2, 1, boop.
On that same day, in response to a series of coordinated terrorist attacks in Paris, France, Christine published a drawing of Sonichu and Rosechu standing in front of the American flag, originally seen in Sonichu issue 8. She relayed her feelings about the incidents in the text surrounding the characters. It is very sad that France was attacked by terrorists yesterday on the 14th. Where was I when I heard this was happening? I was literally beginning work on the bonus Rosechu figure at home for the person who bought the 50th Sonichu amiibo figure recently. It does make me feel despondent when I hear somewhere in the world such chaos is happening, especially reminiscent of similar attacks anywhere by the Andom cartoon villain, looking to gather energies and power for themselves, and the heroic characters do what they are able to stop their attacks with per heroic, as well as normal, abilities. But like Sonichu, Rosechu and myself, all stand together, combining our hearts and souls in the efforts to share the lights of friendship and love and compassion that the villains have been overlooking that highlights their views on other people of this world as misguided. And I feel the terrorists, regardless of country, are misguided with paranoia and fear of others. If they only understand that we all can come there as caring and compassionate, their attacks would not have been needed. What goes on in their minds with sadness and mental frustrations and lack of better options and ideas is most unfortunate. I wish those people would realize and better understand that on this planet Earth, we are still many of individual and fragile human beings and people. To France, my prayers go out to them as well in their recovery, and my prayers of moral guidance and more compassionate ideals go out to the attackers as well, because they, too, are people of this Earth.
Damn. Rehabilitation over incarnation, I guess. Wow.
Yeah, I think honestly that was pretty wholesome. Honestly.
Yeah, that was wholesome. Yeah, I mean, of course, the terrorists that act and do things as such are horrific, awful. There are tragedies that happen, innocent lives are lost. That should not be the case. But you know, Christian's almost kind of acknowledging, like, it almost feels like, you know, if he like actually knew what he's talking about, he's like hinting towards like destabilization causing terrorism, and it's like, damn, wow, base.
Yeah, that is kind of what Chris is getting at there. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, they're sad, they're upset, and they deserve to be, you know, treated as people, even though they're bad people. But it's, you know, it's like leading to people do bad things because of like pain in their lives and stuff like that, you know, and it's wholesome.
Yeah.
Even
So
given
where
some
do you rank
prayers
that?
there. Based out of base.
That's pretty. Yeah, base. That's the best one so far. I
More
think.
like wholesome based, so not like a based like hell yeah,
Yeah.
but more like a aw.
Yeah. Yeah. So now that we've seen some of some possibly based moments in Chris Chan's history, now we're gonna take a look at the opposite and some of his less than favorable moments over the years. So let's cancel Chris. Let's go.
Cancel Chris. Cancel Chris. Oh, 3, 2, 1, boop.
A little bit of silence here.
Oh no! Oh no!
Chris, no! No, Chris, no!
That's Mr. Popo. Oh, okay.
I tell you a story. It is a good story. You will enjoy story.
Be noble Cherokee man.
So we got blackface. Okay.
I come to you with
Indian
a
face?
brief bit of introduction to
Yeah.
our Cherokee clan. We were a peaceful race. Peaceful race.
Wow, he's really.
Isn't Chris part Cherokee though?
We were so peaceful.
Yeah,
that
he's 1/16th
we found
Cherokee.
war
This is why he's
activities to
doing
be
this.
a polluting activity.
In the second
It's
video
Elizabeth
of that
Warren.
day, Chris presents himself.
So you know how he was saying
they're
they're very peaceful people and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just want to point that out. Very peaceful people. He's giving a little presentation there. So let's see another moment where he references his 1/16th Cherokee heritage.
Elizabeth Warren, who?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, boop.
In the second video of that day, Chris presents himself for the camera wearing what he deems to be Native American war paint.
Calling all trolls! Calling all trolls! We are at war! This is war!
War?
I will not stand idly by while you take heed and curse my friends and my family. For you have dishonored me, and I will not stand for it. As I stand upon my native Cherokee heritage, I will hunt you down, you damn dirty trolls. This is war. Put down your wares and bring yourselves unto me. I will hunt you down and really smite.
I didn't know the Cherokee had Glocks.
You have been warned with the Cherokee ancestry.
Chris is a juggalo. Oh no.
Captain's rockin' live, fans, and we're rocking it out loud with Juffalo family from my gal here. And he wanted to know if I would trade 10 Juggalos for 100 mainstream fans. And I said, I would trade 10 Juggalos for 100,000 mainstream fans. 10 Juggalos is priceless. I got love for my homies, members of the Lotus.
Wow.
That last part was actually, I think that was a based.
Yeah, that last part, as we saw on one of our previous segments, ICP actually kind of based. So yeah. But Chris is a juggalo. Some people don't see it that way.
So overall, do you think Chris Chan is based or not? Like with given what you've just shown me, like not accounting for the recent happenings.
It's on one hand, he has his pretty solid presidential speech. He's got his pretty solid remarks on the France attacks. But then he just absolutely takes a 180 and just crushes it with fucking blackface. I'm Cherokee. This is my Cherokee heritage. And then the it's like, oh man, I don't know. That's kind of a hard counteracting of the base scale there.
So to his credit though, the blackface was actually a cosplay of Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, it is a cosplay of Popo. He actually recorded that for one of his lady friends, actually, who of course was a troll and a catfish, as is most of his interactions was in his life.
Oh, that's what. So okay, well that's not fair to judge him on then.
It's still just funny.
It is funny though. Yeah,
it's very funny.
At face value.
Chris was not actually attempting to do a minstrel show, but it came out that way. It came out exactly that way.
If you don't watch Dragon Ball Z, then you're going to be super confused, and even if you do, you're still going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Has Chris ever used the gamer word, though?
Yes, he has. They're in a phone call. I think 2 phone calls.
Like in a racist way?
So one of them, I remember specifically, he was in a call with a troll, and this troll was like telling him to do things, and he was doing it. I don't remember.
Oh, I remember that actually. Oh yeah, they were like, oh, say the word, and then he did because he had to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they wanted him to like yell it, and he started screaming it in his house too.
We didn't really get too much into it, but the whole life of Chris Chan is really kind of depressing as fuck. I mean, it's just a bunch of people bullying an autistic man. Like, that's literally the entirety of his life. And it's like hard to not feel bad for him. Like, he should have just not been given a computer. Or at least a webcam.
Yeah, so the thing I've taken from watching this Chris Chan documentary series is that I've never seen something that just takes such a hard switch from, like, depressing, sad, like feeling bad, and then just absolute hilarity from just the antics of Chris just in a vacuum observing them. And it's just a really like hard-hitting emotional like series. But yeah, you know, one of my takeaways from that as well, in light of the recent news as well, is that if Chris Chan would have just gotten pussy like just like a little bit sooner, like a little bit more often, like he would have not raped his mother. She would have not. That would have not happened. I'm almost convinced. I mean, and if he wasn't just like if he just didn't get on the internet, the internet was a mistake for Chris Chan.
That is certainly true. And like, Chris Chan does shitty things, you know, and blames it on autism, but like, it really is a major player because, you know, Chris Chan says that he's high functioning autistic, and it's like, I know people who are high functioning autistic. It's usually they have Asperger's.
I do as
they're
well.
just kind of awkward as fuck, and it's like, I mean, I know it's deeper than that. I'm not claiming to be a professional on autism or anything. No matter what the Nick Fuentes fans will tell you, but you know, it's kind of hard to not feel bad for him, but also like, take the webcam away. Maybe, you know, just.
I will say it really made me like see like even more the world as being just really not made for like autistic people, and especially autistic people to his level of like functionality, because there's just like people are just vicious and don't give a fuck. Like a lot of people would like rather like just pretend an autistic person doesn't exist than have to be their friend and like just find reasons to not feel bad. I don't know. Yeah. It's just, and a lot of like programs are really like alienating for a lot of like programs to help these people with their issues is very alienating, and
we saw early on in his life as well.
Yeah, and we just live in a very ableist society, like in general. Like we haven't really gotten to a point where it's like as welcoming for people who do have difficulties in that way.
And it all starts with stop saying retard.
Yeah,
that's the most activism we've ever seen about for what do you call them now? Neurodivergent people. I think that's used for mentally depressed people too. But you know, like autistic people and people with like learning disabilities or whatever. The only activism we ever see is stop saying retard. Stop saying retard. It's like, okay, I stopped saying retard. Now what?
Like, that's it.
We need more funding for people that have those disabilities. We need to like help them and treat them like they're people instead of like animals, or like they're
we need more
to be looked down upon.
We need more funding for mental health in general, because we have a lot of focus on physical health and like what your physical body is going through, and like with sports as well. We have a heavy focus in our society on that, when a lot of other countries actually have a more mental health like focus, and they give more like emphasis on that, because it is important. It's like the whole thing that's running the show there. And like I've heard from like people who have like gone to like Argentina and like the Czech Republic and shit, where they're like, yeah, everybody I talk to is like, oh, you don't have a therapist? Like literally all of us do, damn. And it's like a lot of countries they have it like governmentally provided as well. So I think it's just another priority that we need to, or another issue that we deal with in America that needs to be prioritized a lot, because that would honestly help and coincide with alleviating other stresses of like of society and whatnot. I mean, capitalism is definitely the biggest stress there and biggest like worst thing, but it would definitely help to have a more focus on our mental health as people.
We just need to have a world. Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head right there. We just need to have a world that prioritizes human health as opposed to how much money we can make. You know, therapists obviously need to make a living, and that's why they have to charge rates. But it's like, if you're gonna practice ethically, you know, that's a whole thing in medicine and like social psychology, stuff like that. Is like ethics. That's a huge thing. That's why there's like patient whatever. I forgot what the fucking actual term is. The confidentiality between them. And like people like lawyers, you have to pay them a lot of money. And I know like lawyers are separate from that, but you kind of get what I'm getting at. They should focus more on helping people and making the world a better place than making a buck, you know, if they can afford to. I obviously understand there's some struggle there. I was actually thinking this earlier today. We kind of talked about it. Like, I'm going through a little bit of shit, you know, in my head right now. And I'm like, damn, I would love to have a therapist, but I'm like, if I had a therapist, I only get three sessions free with my insurance. And after that, like, I'm not going to spend the $200 to go talk to him. I can't afford that.
That's like part of it. Like, we don't have an emphasis on it. So like there's barely any therapists that like work with a lot of insurance like well, and like even like, and then on top of that, like they cost a shit ton if you don't have insurance for them at all, like a fuck ton of money. Like what is it, like $60 for a session or some shit? I don't know. It's just not like
no,
that.
It's more than, it's literally $200.
Yeah, like literally so much more than that too. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, if we had a more focus on our mental health and whatnot, and was less of an ableist society, I feel like it would help. Not even just people who are neurally divergent, but everybody needs therapy. Honestly, everybody can benefit from having therapy.
Yeah, even if it was just like twice a year, that would make such a difference. Like we could afford that as a nation. We could afford that so easily to give everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts with universal health care.
Yeah.
That would alleviate a lot of people's suffering.
Oh yeah.
And it's even crazy. It's so crazy because literally it could be, let's be more generous, say 4 times a year. It could be online therapy. It could be just a voice chat or a video chat.
Even online therapy is fucking expensive how we have it now. And even now it's ridiculous.
And you have to type in your insurance, and then they're like, oh, you don't have insurance? And then they give you some made up price because that's what they charge the insurance companies. Some therapists I know are more willing to work with you, especially after you've been their patient, because a lot of them actually genuinely care about people. I mean, why else would they be doing that profession? Because that takes a lot. That's definitely emotionally taxing unless you actually really care about people a lot and you want to see them succeed and become better people. But I don't know.
Yeah. More emphasis on mental health. That is, and don't rape your mother. That is the sum up of the Christian segment. Yeah, the moral of the story.
Honestly, if Christian walked into my room right now, I'd be kind of scared. But I'd say, hey, live your life. I don't know. Don't rape your mom. That's kind of unforgivable, unfortunately. But also, it's like severely mentally ill. So.
You think it's unfortunate that raping your mother is unforgivable?
No.
Whoa, Micah, whoa.
It's unfortunate that Christian raped his mother.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm curious to see how this turns into a transphobic sort of talking point going on in the future, because, like, I did see one thing from some right-wing Instagram page that I think what I've seen, and I also saw a TikTok of this where people are honing in that because they put him in a all-woman prison, and they're just like, he's not a real woman, he raped his mother, he's gonna rape people, as if like rape is okay in prison apparently.
Yeah.
And like just allowed, or like because he's trans he gets a pass to rape people, I guess. But like, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. They'll find any way to like find the like small percent of like really fucked up deranged trans people and be like, this is all of them. This is why we can't let them be themselves.
Yeah, if you are talking about Chris Chan as a trans person, you miss the point. You don't know shit. Like, there's no reason to say anything. Chris Chan being trans has nothing to do with Chris Chan. That's just like saying Chris Chan is freaking fat, I guess. It's just a characteristic of Chris Chan. It's not like part of the whole picture.
Yeah, it's like it'd be like saying, "Oh, we gotta lock up autistic people because they're gonna rape their mother."
Yeah, it's like you could say anything.
Autistic.
You could use any characteristic. Never, ever, ever, ever just say this is why this person did it. Like, don't ever take a physical, especially a physical or like a characteristic of the person. And Fawkes has a beard, so that means that's why he ate a taco the other day. Like. Not that. That sounds like slang for doing something dirty, but that's not what I meant.
So I sent the segment that Tucker Carlson did. If we want to check it out, it's just a minute actually.
Oh God. Okay.
I could get a peek at what the outrage is going to be like. Actually, this is from a little bit ago, I guess, from August 6th. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Are you two?
Oh.
All right. Ready?
Okay, 1 second. Bam. So 3. Oh wait, no, nobody can see this. I'm sorry. And by the way, we've gotten so many donations today. It's you don't have to anymore, but it's still right here in the very bottom. If you want to donate $1, that would make my day. That'd make Cayman's day.
We definitely would.
And we'll read your YouTube name out loud. There you go.
Say nice things about you.
3, 2, 1.
A YouTube personality called Chris Chan has just been arrested in Virginia on, of all things, incest charges. Authorities say Chan was having sex with his 79-year-old mother who has dementia. Chris Chan is a biological man, but he identifies as a woman. Reportedly, Virginia authorities initially went along with that. They classified Chris Chan as a female, and that means Chris Chan, who is an accused sex criminal, would have been housed in a women's jail. We understand that decision has been reversed, likely due to public pressure. It became public, unfortunately, for the state of Virginia, and Chan is now being considered a man by the jail. But this is not an isolated incident. Many prisons in this country do house biological men with women. This is something we predicted, many predicted, and were laughed at. Kara Dansky is one of the people who predicted this. She's the president of the U.S. chapter of the Women's Human Rights Campaign, and she joins us tonight. Kara, thanks so much.
Wow.
Wow.
That's,
So...
Rapunzel was
pretty
bored
much
of waiting
said,
for
like,
Lights to come and
we
save
were
her.
back. Oh no.
Autoplay,
Jordan
sorry.
Peterson. Oh, that's fun.
Fully.
Yeah. It's funny, yeah. I like how just like in their minds they're like, oh, he's a trans person. He is going to rape people in jail, and that's a problem. It's okay in jail apparently to rape other inmates.
Keep it in the family. I don't think Chris Chan's related to anybody in that prison or that jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know, jail rapes, that just happens all the time. Yeah, and Chris Chan's gonna get raped in prison. Like what? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Does it matter more because they're women and Tucker doesn't respect Chris Chan as a woman? I don't know.
It's just the details never really matter. It's just about how can we be transphobic and how can we push a narrative that they are mentally handicapped or what have you for being simply trans.
Why do we have men in women's prisons?
I don't know. Organization. I'm not a prison warden.
Well, like, why? I mean, you know why. It's because they're afraid the men are gonna rape the women.
Yeah.
But men, actually, the highest amount of rapes in the country happen in prisons, in men's prisons. It's men raping men.
Yeah.
So why are they separated then? If the rapes happen anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for protecting women, but I'm also all for protecting anyone. So I mean, I get it. Like I don't think they should bunk them together. Obviously, but I don't know. It's just like
I think a reformed prison system and a restructuring of how we treat criminals and like
keeping them from getting
rehabilitation and actually, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's probably where to start there.
Yeah, that probably sounds like a hot take, but I'm just saying, you know, it's why I don't. My point here isn't really that we should really have men and women commingling in prison. It's just the fact that Chris Chan's gonna go rape people in prison. Guess what? Prison rapes happen all the time. That happens all the time, and you don't. And actually, my understanding is that they, sex criminals are usually. Kind of a little separated or more hardly watched more sternly than other criminals. That's my understanding of it. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I don't like.
It depends on the prison, I'm sure, but
it's not necessarily a problem that he's. It's definitely not. It's not a problem that he's trans, but it's like, I mean, maybe you could say that he's like his crime is rape, so like you should keep him away. Like that's fair to say. But not because he is trans, he is going to rape women because he's not really trans, I guess, and he's faking it, and that's still a guy. I don't know.
Well, no, every trans.
Well, he is a
faking
lesbian
it
trans,
Tucker,
but still,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the whole deal there is just so fucking bonkers. Like, because Chris Chan's trans, Chris is gonna rape everyone in the prison. It doesn't even make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. I understand. How about there's a rapist and they're putting him in a prison? They're probably going to rape people. If we kept it at that, it would be like, yeah, where else are we going to put the rapist then?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Anyways, fuck Tucker Carlson for delegitimizing trans people. See, we get it though. Okay, so I know this is going to sound like we're hypocrites, whatever, but Chris Chan, we know the whole fucking deal. right? But Tucker's just like trans person, bad, and it's like,
Yeah.
That's not even the point, man. That's not even close to the point. It's just, again, to reiterate it, calling Chris Chan trans, like saying Chris Chan is a trans woman and like leaving it at that is so misleading and so disingenuous. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that's our Chris Chan segment.
Yeah, hope
very nice, very fun.
No tendies spilled there.
Yeah.
So next up we have you can't see it yet, but we're about to. We got the fucking tier lists that we always do. We're famous for these.
Oh yeah. So today, if you missed our what was it? It was our last stream, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We had a little leftist theory learning time, and we kind of went out. Well, not necessarily just leftist theory, but we kind of learned about a bunch of different ideologies from this fun little video, and now we're gonna do a fun little tier list. Now that we've been educated,
properly educated. So, first up, we have fascism.
Fascism. So, yeah, I've got to say, fascism, one of the least based ones, if not the least, probably.
Why is that?
You know what? I don't know. I'm a fascist, actually. This is fascist acolytes. Yeah,
So, fascist act. You say bash the fash, we are the fash. The leftist fash, though.
Leftist fash.
Yeah, fascism is basically right-wing big government, so that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty much the opposite of what we're going for here, so I'd give that an F.
Yeah, fascism is usually characterized by a heavy military state, as well as typically it's going to be, jailing dissent, which, some people say that's communism, but guess what? It's fucking not.
It's authoritarianism.
Yeah, it's authoritarianism. Yeah. But yeah, not good. I guess fascism's really complicated because in today's zeitgeist, it's more of a kind of word that's used to describe certain things as opposed to a political philosophy or ideology. Like there was literally the fascist party in Italy during World War II, which is kind of funny to think about because that's like if you had a party today called the fucking piece of shit party, because fascism just means that now. Fascism gets
I'm starting a new party in America called the Racist Party. I bet I'd get some traction.
The Racist Party, hell yeah. So what are your views? We're racist. Well, what about the black people in the Racist Party? Oh, well, they hate white people. Oh, they're consistent.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you guys are consistent,
we'll give you a pass.
The person running in the Racist Party just has to hate every other race, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we have the red and black.
You got two of the same square there.
Yeah, let's ignore that.
Well, one of them's anarcho-collectivism, right? One's anarcho-syndicalism and one's anarcho-communism. All the red and blacks, right?
Yeah, so this is just red and black by itself. We have the Christian one. We have the...
Yeah. Okay, so this we'll say is anarcho-collectivism.
Yes.
That's right, yeah. So the distinction, as we learned in the last stream, between anarcho-collectivism and anarcho-communism is very, subtle and not really, a drastic difference or anything. But, yeah, I'd say pretty based. I'd put it towards the top. I wouldn't consider myself personally an anarcho-collectivist, so that's why I wouldn't give it an S quite yet, but I'd give that an A. Close enough.
An A, really?
Yeah, I'd give that an A. Oh, yeah.
I would give that a... Sorry, I just had to stretch that out a little bit.
An A? Oh!
Hey! Give that
That's a real knee slapper.
That's a real butt muncher.
Butt muncher?
A butt
It's a
muncher.
real butt muncher. Oh, yeah.
Next up, we have Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton-ism? Whoa!
We have...
Damn, she really popped off since 2016.
She got her own ideology.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Chan says, "Oh, who's that in the background?" Yeah, we got a little bit of secret character in the background.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna.
I could smuggle him into prison for you if you want to get to know him.
No.
No. Yeah. No.
This is liberalism. I chose Hillary Rotten Clinton as this because you know the one. Hey, right wingers, we hate Hillary Clinton too. Probably more than you do. And every fucking crazy conspiracy theory you believe about her is true. So there's.
Well, the thing is, a lot of her raw views honestly line up with more right, like center right leaning ideology, honestly. But just because has that D next to her name, she's a demon-crat.
Yeah.
Demon rat.
Well, she supports raising the lowering the Medicare age, and that's bad. Even though we like Medicare, but yeah, Hillary Clinton. If she beat Trump, we'd probably be in another war. Let's be honest. At this point, she really was really hawkish on Syria.
Oh yeah.
But we're not rating her. We're rating liberalism, which is cancer and gets an F.
Yeah, it really. Oh my god. Yeah, liberalism is a real. Both of the major parties in America are just liberal parties. There's the conservative liberal party and there's the Democrat liberal party, where it's just individualist mindset, a smaller government, just really honing in on the individualism, and just of course exploiting the third world for resources and whatnot, and bombing the Middle East always. That's where they really come together, the two parties.
In Mexico, we ended up liking Donald Trump by his late years in the presidency. If he was allowing other countries to fix themselves, like Mexico and Philippines, if you want to expand upon that, that'd be pretty cool. I know that's true. I know that actually there was a giant thing. However, now CIA is back at Fast and Furious. Yeah, Donald Trump really was not to invoke my right-wing ears, but really was a non-interventionist, as non-interventionist as a right-wing political figure can be when it comes to certain aspects of his presidency. Certainly less so than his predecessors in the recent years. I'm sure that some big brain lefty is gonna come tell me I'm wrong on that, but I get what you're saying. It's kind of just back to the same old. I'm sure there's some secret scandal that's going to come out in like 10 years where he actually assassinated like 10 people. And then there's the whole Venezuela thing, which you kind of got to...
Venezuela.
I can't do a Donald Trump impersonation. But yeah, it is really funny though, how originally everyone was like, in Mexico, the president was like, oh, we're not building the damn wall. But actually the guy who said that, when everyone was like, oh, Trump owned, the people of Mexico really hated him. Like a lot. He fucking lost in a landslide.
That was before AMLO. AMLO was the one that beat him, right?
Oh, I believe so.
Yeah, he's like the Bernie-esque guy that ran, I think. I think that's who beat him, yeah. The guy who said that. Yeah. I could be wrong, though.
Well, to begin with, a wall protects you and protects us from weapon smugglers, ex-military personnel bringing in guns in with the approval of Eric Holder in order to scare investment from Mexico and divert it to the north.
The wall is really just it's just a symbol. It really doesn't prevent any like
proxy control in other countries. There's many reasons why it's good to have proxy control in other countries. Yeah, really fucking shitty. Like, there's good reasons if you're a country, or I guess like a authoritative state. Yeah, because you can rape the resources and keep prices low for your own country. That's America first in a very toxic way. That's not good. We don't support that. We don't support intervention in other countries, like pretty much entirely, unless it's like friendly cooperation between countries.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the wall to me is like it's like just really overall just a really symbolic thing, and not really like in my honest view, I just don't care. Like, build a wall, like, okay, it's kind of, in my opinion, a waste of time and resources, because in the end, I don't think it's going to accomplish much of preventing like people from coming in, or like preventing weapons or drug smuggling. But even on top of that, I am for open borders, so even beyond that.
I'm
I
not
think
for,
it's just really pointless.
Yeah, I'm not for open borders in its current state. I think that's more of like kind of like a lifetime goal of like whenever we have like an actual not terrible thing set up where we exploit immigrants and such. But yeah, I mean, in the current state, I'm not for open borders just because there are, there's issues there, with on both sides, drugs, people escaping, or like rich people escaping to other countries happens a lot to avoid, taxes and such. But yeah, I mean, the wall itself, I don't think, like the actual literal wall, not actually effective, but like keeping, I mean, the border shouldn't just be like, shouldn't just be able to walk in,
Oh yeah, no. Well, open borders isn't just like open, unauthorized, undocumented travel of like between places. Like there's still a degree of like checking out and like making everything legit and whatnot. But open borders is just like you're not going to be denied if you want to come and immigrate to this country.
Well, barring some like, are you a rapist or a murderer?
Yeah, of course. That's part of the like checking system. Yeah.
See, it's kind of like saying like defund the police. You got to be a little more specific than that. I mean, I wouldn't even say more lax, but having a more efficient immigration system, I'm all for. Obviously, most people aren't against that unless they're racist. Yeah. But a wall keeps in and out at the same time, but it's not going to be an entire wall across the entire border anyways. It's just diverting the traffic and makes routes harder.
Yeah, but like I still think like there's going to be ways like that drugs are going to get, or drugs and weapons or whatever you have that's going to be crossing the border is going to find a way to continue to do so without whether or not there's a wall there. I mean, I'm not going to deny that it definitely would help to like to make it more challenging and more of a like logistical struggle, but like at the same time, I personally think we should have a freedom of travel system that's sort of similar to what the European Union countries have, where you still regulate who's going through your country and whatnot, but like you're going to like know who's coming in and out, but they're not going to be denied of like wanting to like move or like travel throughout the country. And I think, in my personal view, I also think drug legalization should happen on top of that, like across the board. Yeah, and that would also curb the illegal drugs and whatnot that you have like coming in, and take the power out of the cartels and whatnot, and have it be a clean, like regulated, legal system.
Yeah, and with marijuana legalization in some of these states now, I'm not sure if there's like a huge fact on this, but the majority of weed you buy is from Colorado, like in Texas, in the surrounding areas. That's where it's from. People get it from Colorado. I know that's like a huge deal here. And that's good for everyone, because now, I mean, like, weed was never really that big of a deal anyways. North American Union, have you read about Amaro?
No, I have not, but that sounds very interesting. Amaro.
What, 3 countries?
The hypothetical currency for the Union is most often referred to as the Amaro. The concept is modeled. So it's a North American Monetary Union. Okay, yeah.
I would actually heavily
it's like a
support
concept.
That. I mean, I'm not sure about the actual concept, like what it would entail, but Canada, Mexico, and the United States, and some other countries that nobody cares about. No, I'm just kidding. I guess that would include like Haiti and like Puerto Rico, and well, Puerto Rico's kind of a territory.
Yeah.
But
and with like my like views of like
Greenland.
for open borders and like freedom of and freedom of travel, Amaro, it's gonna be our euro. That sounds dope. Hell yeah. But like the thing like fuck, I lost my train of thought, sorry. Like the thing, okay, yeah, here. The thing like that I, with my whole like the way I view things on like wanting to have freedom of travel and like open borders is like as the country that we are and the wealth that we have, we definitely have the capacity to allow like an open border type situation. And of course, like that doesn't mean that will always be the case of how I view it, because I think it varies from country to country and situation and time frame of how much immigration you can handle at once and whatnot. But yeah. Like, for example, like, I don't necessarily think that somewhere like Switzerland or something should have, like, open borders, because I don't think they could handle, like, if there was an incentive, of course, if they had the same sort of incentive that, like, people have to move to America as to Switzerland, I think they should like definitely limit that because they don't have the same capacity necessarily to like house all these immigrants and whatnot in these mass migrations. But America, on the other hand, does, and if not allowing total open border, we can allow way, way more than what we're currently doing. And it's also just like a lot of the people coming into America are coming due to deconstruction or destabilization, like caused by us. Like a lot of it isn't just Mexican immigrants. A lot of it is from these destabilized Latin American countries.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of like, yeah, it just kind of depends in my eyes, like whether or not like immigration bordering is whatnot too small, too little resources for Switzerland. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should, again, like, we shouldn't just be letting... How about for everyone who leaves in this hypothetical world, we allow one person to come in, you know? Like, kind of, if there's a house that's open, then, I don't know. Let's have, like, housing passes or something. That'd be communism!
Yeah,
I mean,
can't do it, brother.
I mean, it would be communism if we make it communism, you know?
Yeah.
Dog whistle!
Oh, no. Man, we really got diverged here. We were doing a tier list, right?
I'm sorry, man. That's bringing up some good discussion points here. You're a friend of the day, Elazar.
Because it is?
I don't know. I don't speak none of that Chinese.
Whoa.
I'm also very ignorant of other cultures. I'm sorry. So yeah, we're back here at the tier list. We got, I think this is Dem Socialism. I always get too confused.
That's no, that's social democracy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, social. Oh, so we're doing democratic socialism first.
We're doing this one.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I'm confusing them now. Great. So like, social democracy is what people like Bernie and AOC actually are social democrats when they say democratic socialism. The term democratic socialism has kind of been used incorrectly by the small wave of the left that we have in America, but I mean, it's not really a big deal, honestly. But yeah, in the way, so when I think social democracy, you think like these like Scandinavian style economies where it's capitalism, but like heavily regulated capitalism and a big welfare state and system. So it's definitely preferable to what we have here in America. Like that's where I wish we were at currently and trying to strive to a further socialist direction. But yeah, it still relies on the exploitation of the third world as a system and ideology, so that's kind of a bummer. But I will say for American standards, it's like pretty dope. So I'd honestly put it at like a B maybe.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be overall. Bernie was the compromise, so I would give it. Yeah. Honestly, I'd give it probably in between a B and a C. But well, if we put anything else in B, we'll put it at the end probably. So
yeah.
So we'll give it a B just because that would be ideal right now, as long as it includes universal health care. You know, that's what Canada has, right?
Yeah. So next up, we got democratic socialism, which is honestly a pretty vague term, kind of. It's just achieving socialism through democratic means. So like it's very electoralism, like on the leftist page, more reform rather than revolution. So yeah, I think in goals and in concept, it's definitely a lot more preferable than like social democracy, but it's also like very difficult to get anywhere with reform and socialism, especially in our political climate in America. So the question of its effectiveness is one thing, but I'd honestly probably put it around the same as like social democracy, maybe a rank higher.
Yeah, we'll put it right in front of it.
Yeah.
Maybe, if it lets me. Uh-oh. I don't think it's going to let me. Oh, there we go.
Bam.
Bam. Yeah, we got two hands and a bigger roast.
Two hands. Oh, yeah.
That's also the influence behind that Modest Mouse album cover, so.
Oh, really? Wow.
Next up, we have Chinese Man.
Maoism. So, as we learned in the last segment, Maoism is kind of a Chinese it's kind of a time-centric method for implementing Marxism for like the Chinese people, and the focus being on the the impoverished class rather than like the workers necessarily. So you know, it's kind of meant for the time period. So it's kind of weird to rank it on a tier list, honestly. But I'd put it like at a B, pretty based.
I would give it a.
I can see it as a C. A lot of murder was involved with Mal, you know.
Yeah, I kind of, one of the things I really don't like about tankies is how they're just like, every liberal will die, and I'm like, come on, man, they're people too. Like, I don't have a problem with talking, like, you know, in Minecraft about, like, you know, billionaires and stuff like that in Minecraft, but whenever it comes to like normal people, it's like, come on, dude. Like, and I'm not talking about like like millionaires and shit like that. I'm talking about like usually a lot of tankies use like Maoist rhetoric and like really heavy like violent USSR stuff, and it's just like that turns so many people off. And I'm not shitting on tankies because, you know, leftist unity, whatever, but come on, yeah, definitely a C there just because of the, you know, grossness of it.
Yeah, I agree.
But
we've got some even more grossness coming up.
Oh.
Mal looks funny? What?
Well, Mal looks like a cool guy, is what I was going to say.
He does look like a cool guy. Pretty chill dude.
We got
Royperism.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're allowed to name drop that.
Oh yeah, we're demonetized.
So just so we don't get raided.
Yeah.
There, you guys happy now? You won.
You guys won. We're Nick Fuentes fans.
No, this is supposed to be ANCAP. I just put him here as a meme. But yeah, ANCAPs suck, or it's libertarianism technically is what was from that video. But you know.
Yeah. Well, pretty bad. Yeah, definitely F tier.
Better than I mean, they're kind of hand in hand, but better than fascism.
Slightly better.
Because at least, you know, I'll be honest. I have a lot of ANCAP friends. They're pretty cool guys. So, I mean, not the Nick Fuentes fans. Those people are really mean and they hurt my feelings.
Do your ANCAP fans or your ANCAP friends, do they like Nick Larson?
I try not to talk politics with them. But I don't know who that is either.
That's the one dude that ran who was like, I'm an anarcho-capitalist, and was like, child rape should be legal.
No, most of my anarchist friends or my ANCAP friends are normally like the ones that are like, pedos belong in the ground in Minecraft. So and they like weed. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Just
Nick's
conservatives that like
weed,
to smoke weed.
Yeah, except, you know, more crazy.
Yeah.
Next up, we have this is supposed to be Marxist-Leninism.
Kind of on the same scale as Maoism, I'd say. I mean,
a little more based though.
Yeah, a little more
at the heart of it.
There's a lot more to there's a lot to learn and appreciate from both movements and ideologies. But I'd say for our current time, not the most pog.
Yeah, definitely not. But also, you know, okay, you know.
Would you date Bella? Who's Bella?
No, I feel like this is gonna be like a Bella D's Nuts thing or something.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you know who Theo is?
No, it's not the same Theo.
Oh. Bella D's Nuts.
Bella D's Nuts, boy.
I'm scared. I really don't want to know what the deal for
Would
this is.
Would you date Bella? It's a simple question.
I don't know who Bella is.
It's a yes or no question. No, you don't need to know. No more details needed.
Like Bella Thorne? No.
Let us know which Bella, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, or at least like give us a hint as to who you are. The girl who told on Chris Chan.
Oh, is that the person he like confided with and like leaked that he raped his mother? I guess so. Wow.
I mean, you have to give us more context. We can't just sit around and wait for this without context.
I don't.
Bella Loretta, like Cleveland's wife, something like that. Let's find out. This is Elazar chain. Oh wow. Okay, let's find out. We're gonna go to the secret thing.
I'll be real. I have to pee really bad, so find out who that is.
Oh my god, this is a. Oh, apparently this is the person. Why would I? The video of her teasing herself. Wait, what? The big boobs? Yeah, we need some more information on this, because I'm really confused right now. Chat. What are we gonna do with you? When I pee, I think of Bella. Oh my god. Yeah. What are you guys talking about? You have to like post a link that I'm going to very carefully vet beforehand. I'm gonna make Cayman open it first so you don't get my secret information. You know. If you're enjoying the stream right now because you're cool, then feel free to subscribe, I guess, or hit the bell.
Oh, did my Discord crash while I was gone?
It did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
at least I got
tea
to
over here.
Yeah.
Can you guys fucking donate $1? Come on. That's all I'm asking for. You know, you're exploiting our labor right now. Come on. Don't you want to see what's in our Pokemon binder? Do I have to shove it up my ass like Chris Chan? Is that what you fuckers want us to do?
What you want?
I would put it up my butt for like $300 probably. Honestly. She's a psychopath, daughter of government. What is this, a conspiracy chat room now, or is this like a fact?
I think they're just fucking with us. Are we just being fucked with? She manipulated Chris and turned him into Christine.
She told. You know, okay. I'm gonna be.
That is cap. I'm pretty sure.
I think
that's cap.
I think
they're fucking with us.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard about that, after like researching it, my first thought was, "Is this a troll prank?" Like, you know, the whole like thing. I wouldn't be surprised they made freaking Chris do some crazy shit. So I wouldn't be surprised. Okay? And we have Chris Chan actually in the chat saying all will be revealed soon here.
Yeah, why don't we ask him? Speak up, Chris.
Come on.
We're talking.
Chris Chan, reveal to us who is Loretta or Christine Blasey Ford or whatever the fuck her name is. Facts, no, our facts. Look for it on YouTube. Okay, so Cayman, could you look this up for a second and share screen?
Yeah.
We're not going to share the screen. Cayman has to freaking vet this first.
Bella Loretta.
It's gonna be like some fucking racist ass shit. We're getting trolled. We're getting raided right now. But they can't even donate money. Please.
I see a long thread that says psychopath with her face on it. I guess if this is the person, I'm confused here.
Idea guys and Loretta. I'm beginning to think that some shit. I know you guys are probably just talking shit. But I honestly would give credence to a theory like that some shit like this happened. Why else would there be a phone call of Chris talking about it? Okay, figure that out. When you look at everything, especially in the early side of it, it's shit like this happens all the time. Okay, there is no way that. I mean, of course, Chris, could have done that, but why would he just do that? Does that seem like something Chris would do to you, Zach?
Oh wait, I think this is like an update to the Chris Chan story.
Are you serious?
With this, or yeah.
Are we getting a live update right now from chat?
Well, no, it's from like 2 days ago or something like that. I'm seeing something here that says Isabella Loretta Jank is the female voice on the infamous leaked phone calls of Chris Chan discussing incest with his mother. After being identified, an extremely disturbing internet footprint was revealed, including similar patterns of harassment, manipulation, and other acts such as animal abuse. Okay.
Wow.
I found the phone call. Wow. It's an extended phone call, I guess, with them. Wow.
Chat, are you guys going to stick around for this if we fucking hang out and talk about this, or?
Are we going down this rabbit hole here?
We'll go down the rabbit hole if you guys are going to stick around.
Isabella?
Look, I may be dumb, but I'm not a dweeb nor a like.
We still got a tier list and another segment to do, man. We've been going a while. I don't think we want to unpack this.
You don't want to? I don't know, man. This is the Chris Chan episode.
Are we just gonna change gears and do that, or you want to wrap up the tier list?
Let's wrap up the tier list, and if you got it, here, I'll put a poll, and then we'll figure out what you're gonna do.
Should we do our last segment we have planned, or listen to this phone call? I guess with Christian.
Here, let's 1 second. Let me make this poll. There you go. It's a simple yes or no right there. I am going to be around for a while. Oh. She's a psychopath. Facts, no. Our facts, look for it on YouTube. Chris Chan is a hot selling topic. We're going to talk about Chris Chan. Let's finish this tier list.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to get too
Are we going to
distracted.
cancel the other segment? You want to save that for another stream?
If
we're going to go
possibly
down this?
if we're getting a whole live dump right now of shit going on.
Yeah.
If that's the hot topic right now, I guess we'll talk about it. I mean, I'm curious about it. I'm genuinely interested in it. So most of the time, the commercials thing is literally just for fun. We usually have a just for fun topic on our streams. So I'm okay with it.
We can do that next stream.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to this tier list. So, stinky. No, I'm just kidding. It's back. So here we go. Here's the tier list. We were at Marxism, S tier.
S, yep.
It's just it has some kinks, right? But that need to be worked out. They've been kind of worked out through it. There you go.
Yeah. Chris is going to be there another week or two if he makes it out anyways. Wow.
Okay, Marx.
S tier, yeah. Going on. What is that? Libertarianism?
This is anarcho gunism.
Oh, wait. Guns, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what this one is. God damn it. Why do they all have to have nondescriptive flags?
Wow. Yeah. I'm going to assume since it's got a gun is... Oh, that's probably... Is it... No, that's not mutualism.
Are you sure? I think it is.
It is mutualism? Because isn't that the orange one? I think that's the...
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, it's the orange one.
That's the circle one. Anarcho-gunism.
Yeah.
Well, the black represents the anarcho, right?
Yeah.
What does the yellow represent?
I think that's anarcho-capitalist libertarian color. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, it looks like ANCAP.
I think the ANCAP we put. Did you put libertarian for Nick Fuentes and that's ANCAP? Either way, it's probably an F tier. I'm gonna be real.
It has a gun on it, so actually it goes above Hillary because guns are cool in Minecraft.
Guns are neat.
Okay. Man, so next up we have Ronald Reaganism. So this is actually conservatism, modern day conservatism in America. Less based than Hillary.
Pretty bad, honestly. Yeah.
Not as bad as Hitler or Hitler Jr. But what are the positive aspects of conservatism? There really are none, except it's slightly more regulated capitalism than ANCAPs. So actually, let's be more fair.
Yeah.
But the only positive aspects of conservatism are in its rhetoric. It provokes an idealism, which isn't necessarily harmful. But it's harmful in the world we live in, of course, to be idealistic, because you shouldn't be idealistic about the society that is cultivated by conservatism whatsoever. But there's many aspects of it that are, kind of positive, oh yeah, culture, family, freedom, blah, blah, blah. But really, you could get all that in liberalism, plus a slightly more regulated economy. Really, I would put liberalism and conservatism on the exact same plane, though, if I could.
They're
the
pretty
same
similar, honestly, in reality.
Yeah, in practice they are, because Hillary and Reagan pretty much have the same views on shit for the most part.
Yeah.
Especially 90s Hillary.
Oh, yeah.
So then we have the Christian collectivism, right?
Anarcho-Christian collectivism, some shit like that. We're atheists, can't really give it that much credit. It's kind of like no hierarchies except God is the supreme ruler. So kind of whack, honestly.
Yeah, but they did like universal healthcare or whatever. So
yeah, a little better than you can put it at the top of F.
But the best of the shit. Yeah, we're very conservatism has religion and fucking bullshit in it, and liberalism has stupid bullshit. I don't know. I hate both of them. They both suck. This one sucks too, but whatever. This is the best one right here, right?
I think I would agree. Yeah, that is anarcho-syndicalism. I think it's one of the most effective ideologies on the left, at least as it stands now in my my view.
I think I still like Marxism a little more just for the OG.
I would put Marxism a little higher. Yeah, it's the root of a lot of the leftist theories. It's
yeah. So there you go, man. This just because of all this tea, this tier list is falling apart. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
To anybody who
that's
cares
okay.
about
We're
this.
speed running it. We're speed
running it to get to the T. This is anarcho. The Uno reverse card.
Mutualism.
Oh.
Uno reverse anarcho Uno.
This one's cool. It looks like a Uno card.
Yeah, I'd put it at an A. It's the first like flavor of anarchism, which is pretty based, pretty cool. That could be an A.
Yeah, just because of it, just because of the history behind it.
Yeah.
This is the green one.
Anarcho-primitivism. Yeah,
I think that's
anarcho-greenism.
This one's stupid.
It's just a meme. Yeah, fuck. Just put in F. Yeah.
It doesn't have religion in it.
dumb.
No, it's pretty retarded. Here, it goes in between those two because it's retarded.
Yeah. Perfect balance there.
Wow, well there we go.
One more. We've got
the same one.
The same thing up there. Yeah. Whoops.
Actually,
good
I like
job.
this one a little more than the first one we did.
Yeah,
I like it more this
It's
time.
a little more based. I like the shade of red more.
Yeah, it's to the left, so on my screen it's a little darker. So it's
yeah,
pretty based. Well, that's our. Honestly, I think this whole stream should go up because
the whole stream. Wow. COVID slightly, and YouTube might be like clapped.
We did clarify though that getting a vaccination is the best thing to do for yourself and others, and wearing a mask is effective, and it is.
And
and that's for YouTube. That's true. That is true. But also we could
just to clarify for YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We unironically mean that. Like YouTube's like, yeah, you better say that.
Yeah.
You better say that.
That's damn right.
We're gonna put that in the description too, just so YouTube like TTT. Let's make a
T list.
Let's make a special little Quickville.
That just rolls right off the tongue, huh?
Quickville chat discussion lore.
Yeah, I think